What's good with everybody? Shelton Moore. Shelton Moore, why is this your last live stream, bro? Um, yeah, man, it's been a lot going on, man. In my personal life, you know, it's been a lot going on. Be honest with you, Shelton, there's been a lot going on in my personal life. You know, people acting funny, man, and YouTube is just have really hindered my channel, man. Just really making it hard for me to really grow. You know what I mean? I'm surrounded by some great people. You know, I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of you guys, man, are really great people. You know, that show support, that show love. You know what I mean? And have been doing so for a long time. You know, but just dealing with YouTube, man. You know, it's like YouTube put a hit on my YouTube put a hit out on my channel. You know what I mean? And it's just a lot of people, man. You know, Eric Davis, much love and respect, General. Another one of the generals, Eric Davis. Say, hey, Mr. Tucker, how you feeling, Eric? You know, it's just hey Sheldon, man, if you wanna hop on, you know, you can hop on, my brother. You know what I'm saying? I seen you the link. You know, if you wanna hop on, we can talk more about it on the panel while you're on the panel. You know, but yeah, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. It's a lot. I put it right there in the chat. The link right there in the chat. But it's a lot, man. But much love and respect to one of the generals, Shelton Moore, and another one of the generals, Eric Davies. You know what I mean? Much love and respect. You know what I'm saying? To the generals. You know. Yeah, yeah, Shelton Moore. Yeah, you more than welcome to hop on, man. You know, I put the link in the chat. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're more than welcome to hop on, man. You know, I'll probably be on for like an hour and 30 minutes, man. We can talk boxing, you know what I mean, and talk about pretty much what's going on, you know, on my end.
What's up, brother?
Hey, how you doing? How you doing, General? You know what I'm
Oh
saying? General.
man, I'm on the same kind of on the same page you on. I've been away for a minute, man. I've been got another job, so I'm working a lot. Adjusting to a new position. So I get you. It's a lot going on. People got real lives out here, so I feel you.
Yeah, man. It's a lot going on. You know, personally. You know, with me. You know, I have my personal battles. You know, honestly, and also I take care of family. You know what I mean? This disabled family. You know what I mean? And it's also YouTube is really, it's like YouTube put a hit out on my channel, man. It's really hindered my channel from really growing like the way it was growing at first. And so it's like, and then it's like at the same time, man, it's like, I don't know, man. It's like, I guess a certain percentage of people just decide to not even come my direction anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because I already know that. Well, the reason why is because I guess people don't like when I tell the truth. You know what I mean? They don't like, sometimes they don't like when I tell the truth, or they don't like the fact that I keep it real. You know what I mean? And not be biased and just tell the truth and keep it straight down the middle. You know what I'm saying?
That's one of the reasons I think you. I mean, I don't know what's going on in your personal life, so I'm not even gonna get into that. But if you have the time, because to do this and to do this correctly, it takes time, research. That's time consuming when a person has other things that are basically more important. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, General. You know what I'm saying? And that's you know the reason why, man. I'm just doing a lot of thinking. You know what I mean? It's just like, like just seeing like, it's like at moments it's like, my channel is trying to get somewhere, then the next minute it's just like it ain't really getting nowhere, and you know what I mean. It's just like, and I know YouTube, we did a lot of demonetizing a lot of my videos. I know that it was blocking my views, and it's probably because of a old situation and why my channel got hit. You know what I mean? The way it got hit, you know what I'm saying, to kind of like block me from getting a certain amount of views, and block me from, getting a certain amount of subscribers. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much not being on the good side of the algorithm. You know what I mean? So it just, you know, it's like they put a hit out on my channel, man. It's like there's a lot I can really get into, but it's like it's like
There's a lot you can't.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
I
Exactly.
got you.
Terry Harrell, my brother Terry Harrell. I see you, my brother. He said, Andrew Tucker, salute, my bro. Hey, salute to you, my brother. Much love and respect. My brother Fish is in the building. My big brother Fish, R1200R is in the building. He said, don't let the bastards drag you down, fella. Just keep on keeping on. I hear you, General. Much love and respect to my brother Fish, to one of the generals, Fish in the building. Much love and respect, and I hear you, Fish. You know what I'm saying? Just like, I hear what the General Shelton Moore is saying. You know what I mean? You know, I'm gonna just keep. I'm gonna just do the best I can, man. But at the end of the day, it's just a lot on my plate, and it's just like it's kind of hard for me to really focus, and it just when you don't want, when you got a hit out on your channel, man, they don't want you to grow. They don't want you to get to another, take it to the next level. It's kind of hard for you to really, you put so much content, you do so much. You know what I mean? Even when you got a lot going on in your personal life, and you do so much, and you put so much content, and you put so much work into, your channel, and they still just like make it hard for you to really, like, you know what I'm saying? Make it hard for you to grow, or make it hard for you to get to the next level. You know what I mean? Like, it just, my brother, my brother Tony Boswell. Much love and respect, bro. My brother Tony Boswell is in the building. He says, much respect, Andrew Tucker. You do like, uh, you do you. I like the content and good conversation. Much love and respect, Tony Boswell, man. You know what I'm saying? Much respect to you, brother. And I appreciate you, man, for showing love to this channel, for a long time, man. We talking about, 2 years or maybe three. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, man, for, being a part. I appreciate every single one of you guys, man. Whether you guys have been around for 4 months, a year, you know what I'm saying, or 3 years, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate every single one of you guys, man. I respect every single one of you guys, and I appreciate you guys showing me love. And then, I appreciate all the support and the love coming from you guys, man. I really appreciate it. But at the end of the day, man, it's like, it's like it's like a real, it's like a lot on my plate, and it's like I got this big battle in front of me, man. I got a big battle in front of me, and so I'm doing a lot of just sitting down and thinking about a lot of things, man. You know what I mean? And just really trying to stay strong, trying to stay focused. But at the end of the day, it's just, it's just a lot that I'm up against, a lot on my back, a lot on my back. And I'm trying to do the best I can to just try to stay focused, stay strong, and continue to strive. You know what I'm saying? But it's not easy. You know what I mean? I've been through so many life and death situations, man. I'm blessed to still be standing. You know
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying?
Yes,
And,
sir.
and so, I just thank God every day. But at the end of the day, it's like I love what I do here on YouTube, man. Just, for the fans, for the great men and women that surrounds me. You know what I'm saying? For the love of the sport. This is the reason why I never gave up so many other times. There's plenty of times I wanted to give up, and I, just came close to just really just deleting the channel, man. Like just deleting the channel. But a lot of great people encouraged me, motivated me to keep going. You know, um, and inspired me to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Gave me that drive. Continued. I mean, they once again gave me that drive to keep going. You know what I mean? So, you know, my brother Fish says, Fish says, he says, life a series of ups and downs. Just try and ride the waves of life. Yeah, I agree with you. I feel you on that. I agree with you. I agree with you on that, man. And I agree with you on that. You know, Mark Nash is in the building. You know what I'm saying? Much love and respect to my
Young
brother
Mark,
Mark.
salute, bro.
Yeah, much love and respect to my brother Mark Nash and my brother Fish R1200R. You know what I'm saying? Mark Nash says, "Who is they? Who is they? I'm late." Oh, what you mean, Mark? Mark says, "Drew and Shelton, salute, salute to you, my great brother."
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All the time, Mark. You know it.
Mark Nash is 3 years. Wow. Yo, man. Yeah, I've been around. I actually been a boxing channel off and on for about really 7 years. But as far as like being consistent and as far as when the channel started growing, and I became like I was putting a lot of other content out there, but became actually a full time boxing channel. Like it's been like 3 years now. You know, so it's I've been putting in a lot of work, man, for 3 years. Grinding for 3 years, just try to do the best I can to put out the best content for 3 years. You know, it was a lot of other things I did, man, other than just talk boxing. I put out a lot of edited videos. I did live comment. I do a lot of live commentary. You know what I mean? This is just a lot of work I put into this. And but at the end of the day, what motivates me and what keeps me going, is being surrounded by a lot of great men and women. You know, so y'all are great people. That's why I continue to keep putting out the content, continue to stay on my channel, continue to grind and try to put out the best content I can. You know what I'm saying? Tony Boswell said, "Keep grinding." I got you, General. Much love and respect. I got you. I got you. I'm gonna keep grinding, man. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't. I really don't want this to be my last live stream. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's a lot. It's a lot on the table, man. And then also Shelton. It's like this, man. Not nobody in on it. Like nobody in the in the live chat. You know. But I don't know, man. It's some people that's funny acting too, Shelton. You know what I mean? It's some. It's
Oh
some.
yeah, oh yeah, I know that, but that's just people, man. People are
Yeah.
like that. My
Yeah.
grandfather told me, rest in peace, a long time ago. He said, never put your faith in people because they'll always let you down. Keep your faith in God first, because people are fallible and they will always let you down.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember. I remember my dad used to tell me that as well. So, so how that's just basically how we brought up, how we was brought up.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly. Because you see, the thing is, the problem, I had the same problem sometimes too. I expect people to treat me the way I treat them. And that's putting a high expectation on other people, because everybody ain't you. They don't think like you. They don't have the integrity or the fortitude that you have. They're just not you. So people handle shit different. People think different. And you have to be willing to accept that.
Absolutely, I agree with you 100%. You know what I mean? And like with me, my brother Brennan Smith says, "Man, I'm sad." He says, "Man, I'm sad." My brother Brennan Smith also said, "I wish many fans grow up." You know, yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Brendan Smith. I hear you. Um, Brendan Smith says, "I'm sad to see you go." Yeah, man, it's like you know, it's a lot to think about, man. It's a lot to think about. And I really don't, like I said, I really don't want this to be my last live stream. I really don't. And it's a lot to
Well,
think about.
if it is gonna be your last, let's make it a good one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I hear you, General. Yeah, man. Uh, but I want to talk about these fights though, real quick. Let me read this comment. I want to get into these fights, General, because I know, uh, you know, we got some fights coming up, man, and it's some big fights too. And I just wanted to know your I wanted to hear your prediction and your breakdown of these fights. Hold on, give me a second, Mr. Shelton.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm right here.
He says, my brother Fish says, just keep your humor and plot on and don't overthink shit or it'll start to weigh heavy on you. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Fish, and I appreciate you telling me that, man. Because that's the truth. What I mean, that's really the truth right there. That's the truth, my brother. That's the truth. Man, let me
Yeah, so I said, what we got coming up next? We got now we got Benavidez. David is fighting this weekend, right?
David Benavidez fight this weekend. Really?
Not David. Jose. I'm sorry, Jose Benavidez.
Jose, his
Jose, the
brother,
brother.
the brother.
Yeah, the
Jose,
older brother.
Jose.
Yeah, Jose, the welterweight. He's fighting this weekend, right?
Jose, I heard he had a fight coming up, but I didn't know it was this weekend. I didn't
Yeah, I
know.
think it's this weekend. I think it's on a top rank card, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's with Top Rank. I think it's a Top Rank card, if I'm not mistaken. Can somebody in the chat help me out? Is Jose fighting this weekend? I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure it's this weekend. I'm not sure, but I know we got on the 15th, the next big fight. I know we got coming up on the 11th or the 15th of September. I think is Figueroa and Cool Boy Steph. That's gonna be a good fight.
oh yeah. That's gonna be a tough one right there. That's gonna be a tough fight right there, man. That's gonna be a tough one. I forgot all about that one. I forgot all about that fight right there.
That's
You
a
know,
good fight, man. That's a good fight. They
yeah.
fighting at 122, I believe. It's 122 or 126.
I think that's when. I think that's. I think that's when. Hold on, I got you, man. I think that's when. I think that's. I think that's 120. I think that's 126. I think. I think that's
I think
126.
it's 22 because Cool Boy Steph's not in Gary's division, right? Gary's at 126. Am I correct?
You say get
Gary Russell Jr. He's at 126, right?
yeah, Gary Russell at 126. Yeah.
And Gary Antonio is at 122, correct?
Yes, he is at. He's at
Yeah, so it's a
122.
122 fight. Figueroa and Cool Boy Steph is at 122 because Gary Antonio and Cool Boy Steph is in the same division.
Yeah. I forgot, man. Yeah, Brandon Figueroa, right? Versus
Yeah.
Stephon Fulton. Yeah, man.
Yes.
That's gonna be a good
122.
fight, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's at
Yeah. That's gonna be a
122
great fight.
pounds. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. That's because Brandon Brandon Figueroa is he's WBC champion, right?
Right. Because you know
Okay.
that WBA they stripping all them cats. All them regular
Yeah.
dudes is they got to get their belts up or fight somebody, which I
Yes.
like. I like
Steve,
that.
Stephon Fulton, he's WBO champion, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, that's a unification. Yeah, that's a unification bout right there. Yeah, that's a unification bout,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's that's September
I
the
think
18th, right?
the 18th or the 15th. Let me look at the calendar. Hold on one sec.
Okay.
That fight will be on.
Hey, fish say fish says one thing for sure. One thing for sure, Plant's not making it past 6 rounds. He's talking about Caleb Plant not making it past 6 rounds against Canelo.
Yeah, that's on the 11th. It's September 11th, bro. September 11th.
September the 11th.
Yeah, 9/11. So 9/11. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. It's on Showtime, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah,
Yes,
that's gonna
yes,
be. That's
sir.
gonna be.
That's gonna
I
be a
would never
banger.
that fish, man. Listen, man. But we since fish really can't.
But fish, hold on, fish. Just think about this now. Just think about this. What if Plant pulls it off?
Hey, fish, you heard him, fish. You know what I'm saying? Tony Boswell said exactly, fish. So Tony with fish. Tony Boswell with fish. You know what I'm saying? Tony Tony Fish says Tony he's bang in trouble. Tony's in trouble.
But conventional wisdom says that Canelo gonna stop this guy anywhere between 6 and 9 rounds. I mean, looking at the history of both fighters, their resumes, who they fought, and how they perform. But from what we've seen, but we tend to forget a lot of times that this is boxing. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody could have told me in 1990 that Buster Douglas was gonna go in there and beat the shit out of Mike Tyson. Nobody could have told me that.
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
could have told me in 1986 that Roberto Duran at 37 years old was going to go in there and beat the shit out of Iran Barkley. Nobody could have told me that. Wasn't going to happen. But it did. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Upsets happen all the time. Nobody could have told me that Andy Ruiz was going to go in there and beat the shit out of Anthony Joshua. You couldn't have told me that. But it happened. You know what I'm saying? Things happen. So I don't give Plant much of a chance, but I do give him a chance because he's a professional and he's getting in the ring.
Yeah, I listen. Upsets can happen, and that's true. That's part of the sport of boxing. But to be honest with you, uh, judging and and sometimes you can always make correct your mistakes and make adjustments and come back your next fight and be different. And it depends on what type of style. So you have to also prepare for the style of your opponent. You know what I mean? So, I feel like judging off Plant's last performance, you know what I mean, against Jose Uskadagi, I believe.
Yeah, Uskataki. Yeah, he fought Uskataki. Then he fought Caleb Truax. See, you forgot about that performance. It was so dull. You forgot all about that.
I forgot about the Caleb Truax fight. You know what I'm saying? But even based off that performance, this is the part where I got to keep it real. Fish says Joshua versus Usyk could well be a classic. Yeah, we're gonna get into that, bro. Let's finish talking about this one right here. Tony Boswell said, "I don't think Plant can take four rounds after Canelo gets started with them body punches." Yeah, that's what I've been saying. That I've been telling people the body attack of Canelo is vicious, very vicious, and the way he goes down to the body. He's smart at he's smart at attacking the body, the way he sets up those body shots. It's just the way he sets up those body shots. That's just how fundamentally sound, just how skilled Canelo is, man. And Caleb Plant he's weak to the body. I've been saying it for a minute. You know what I mean? I even made a video talking about that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, I agree with you, Tony Boswell. That's gonna be what's going to really get to Plant is the body attack of Canelo Alvarez. And you know that Canelo Alvarez is a very big puncher. You know what I'm saying? A very big puncher. One of the most dangerous boxing punchers in the sport of boxing today. But I say this, Shelton. I feel that Caleb Plant is a good fight for Canelo. I feel like it's going to be a competitive fight. I feel like it's going to be an interesting fight. I believe it's going to be a challenging fight for Canelo. Because Plant is more of the to me he's more of the pure boxer. You know what I mean? And trying to keep the game plan would try the game plan is to outbox Canelo. Outpoint Canelo. And maybe get a late maybe look for Canelo to get tired, frustrate Canelo, and to make him get tired, fatigue, and then probably start coming on strong a little bit. You know what I mean? To try to get a TKO win over Canelo Alvarez, to the point where they have to stop the fight. But I don't see that. Honestly, uh, I think that once Canelo start making the necessary adjustments based off Caleb Plant last two performances, I feel that it's nothing he can really do to keep Canelo off of him. You know what I mean? And Canelo is really smart at really breaking you down. Once he make the necessary adjustments, cut off that range, use good slip down to the body, move his head, come back up top. And the way he mixes his punches up is also beautiful. How he mixes up his punches. You know what I'm saying? I just think that the ferociousness, I think the explosiveness, I think the mental pressure, just making it. I really don't see Caleb Plant outboxing Canelo for no 12 rounds. Like if he happens to like outpoint Canelo, you know what I'm saying, in the majority of the rounds, and Canelo it's like Canelo can't stop him, you know what I mean, or Canelo can't hurt him or nothing like that. It's a chance that he could cruise his way to a unanimous decision or majority decision. But I don't see it because Canelo is too smart. The range generalship, the ring IQ. I mean, just the power, the explosiveness, his punch selection is just Canelo, just an all overall, all around overall skilled fighter. You know what I'm saying? And Caleb Plant, I don't think he have been in there with a Canelo Alvarez before. I don't think he have been in there with that type of style. He struggled with fighters. You know what I mean? That's not nowhere near on a level as Canelo Alvarez. And I just think once Canelo start landing those counter power shots, whether it's to the body, to the head, he's going to start to wear Plant down. And I'm not saying that he stops him late or he gets the knockout or the TKO, but I'm saying that I feel that it could end up being a late stoppage, like probably a late TKO, a late technical knockout for Canelo Alvarez, or maybe possibly a knockout. I mean, because let's think about it. And I know I'm not trying to compare opponents because style make fights, and fighters are different, they have different styles. But if Canelo was able to knock out, Sergey Kovalev, you know what I'm saying, then he's able to knock out a Caleb Plant.
Yeah.
If he's able to knock out a light heavyweight, trust me, he's able to knock out a super middleweight. You know what
Oh
I mean?
yeah. I'm not arguing none of your points. I mean, Canelo should stop him. Canelo's body attack is vicious. We know Caleb Plant has problems with body shots, but Caleb Plant does move. He moves, and he moves well. And we know for a fact Canelo doesn't like to fight guys that don't stand in front of him. He don't like guys that move around. But he's going for this title. He wants to be undisputed at 168. So I get why he wants to fight. I get why he's taking the fight. But if we look at it, man, the problem for me, what I see is basically the same problem you see, is that I don't think Plant has enough pop to make Canelo think. If you can't stop Canelo and make Canelo stop and think when you hit him, if you don't have enough pop to make him think about coming in, he's just going to walk you down, cut the ring off, eventually beat you up and get you out of there. That's what he does. He's a come forward pressure fighter, throws hard punches, great head movement. Foot speed is not that great, but he has great head and upper body movement. He knows how to slip punches. He slips in the pocket, and he's always in good punching position. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, exactly. And Canelo, I just think he also I think he's also fast enough to keep up. Even if Caleb Plant gets to doing all that, moving around, his footwork is pretty decent. Even if he gets to doing all that moving around and stuff right there, Canelo ain't gonna be the one to really try to. Canelo is not gonna be the one to chase him. Canelo gonna probably bait him in. You know what I'm saying? And have Caleb Plant come to him. Canelo is very smart at setting traps. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
very.
But if he has to, go after Caleb Plant, I think Canelo is fast enough on his feet to cut off that ring and then make it difficult. You know what I'm saying? And I think when it comes to the combinations and the being accurate and stuff like that, being effective and the combinations and loading up on big shots, big power shots and stuff like that, I that's gonna be. I think that's gonna be the problem once Caleb Plant start getting hit with big shots because he's gonna get hit.
That's
Canelo
a
is a
fact. That's a
Canelo.
fact.
Yeah, Canelo timing is beautiful. Canelo, his timing is he's so quick that people be like, well, he really fast and explosive. You know what I'm saying? But it's just great timing, man. And I say it all the time. Timing beats speed. You know what I mean?
All the
Timing
time.
beats
All
speed.
the time. All the time. You got it.
You know
I
what I
just
mean?
think
'Cause,
I just want it to be now let me ask you this about that fight. Let me ask you this about that fight. That fight's on November 13th, right? Now, that fight is going up against Alabama and LSU right in the middle of football season. Do you think Plant brings enough to the table as far as, popularity and because nobody really, I live in California. I live in Los Angeles actually. And in LA, nobody knows who that dude is. You know what I'm saying? So does he bring enough to the table to help Canelo sell this, or is this all Canelo in your opinion?
well, Caleb Plant is from where again?
He's from Tennessee.
He's from Tennessee. I'm saying because I think he has a little following, but it's not it's not a big following, but a little following. So it's like he has a following, but people. I think people, come to see him fight. But as far as big, like big to like, because what makes the fight big, I can't say he's not really a big name. I'm just keeping it
Right,
real. He's not
right,
a he's
right,
not a he's not a big name, but at the end of the day, he is one of those young up and coming stars.
right,
His name is trending. You know what I mean? His name is
right.
trending for the fact that he's a champion. His name is trending, and a lot of people appreciate his style. He got a little following, not a big following, but a little small, little decent following. You know what I'm saying? But it's not big. What makes it big is that he's trending and his name is connected to Canelo's Alvarez name. So it's trending that this is the next guy. It's also trending that Caleb Plant, what I'm saying, is a very skilled fighter and a pure boxer. So it's
Right,
trending that he's just one of those young and up and coming young stars, what I'm
right,
saying, starting to make noise. But when you pin his name next to Canelo name, it's making his name even bigger because this is now a potential opponent. But he's also one of the best guys at 168. Matter of fact, he's up. He's the top. It's top three. You know
right,
what I
right,
mean?
right, right.
You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm
So,
saying?
well, do me a
So
favor. Do me a favor, Andrew. Answer that question right there, the one that's pinned. Answer that one for me.
okay, Tony, my brother Tony Boswell, he says Shelton Moore, Plant would make history beating Canelo if he um
If he
Canelo
slaps Canelo,
if he slaps Canelo, his stock will be pound for pound, or would Canelo be a wash? That's
that's a
wow.
good question.
That's a good
That's a
question
good
right there.
question.
Like I think a win over Canelo. I mean, it's a conversation. I mean, it's a conversation for pound for pound. I mean, it's a conversation for pound for pound. Potentially, he can become. I think he should become. I think they should put him up there in the pound for pound, or put him on the pound for pound list. I'm gonna tell you why. I think because when he beats Canelo, he becomes undisputed. That's one of the biggest accomplishments in boxing. See what I'm saying? And then you have beaten one of the best fighters pound for pound in the world. If not the number one pound for pound fighter, you have beaten one of the top pound for pound fighters in the world. And you became undisputed. So yes, I think he should be up there somewhere on the pound for pound list. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think if he was to beat Canelo, he should be. But I'm gonna tell you why he won't.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you exactly why he won't. Because everybody gonna say it was a fluke. Canelo had an off night, and they're gonna have to run it back. That's what's gonna start. I'm telling you. You
Yeah,
know
you're right.
this. You've been around
Right.
boxing. You know
Yeah,
this.
you're right. You're right.
They gonna say it was a fluke.
You're right.
Canelo had an off night.
Yeah,
They're gonna
you're
have to
right.
run it back. Because see, as you see right now, in the contract, there is no rematch clause. You see that?
Yeah.
But if he loses, watch the rematch pop up.
Yeah. You know it. Hold on. So in the contract, is no rematch clause, right?
Right.
But
Right.
you know they're
There's
gonna,
no-
they're gonna do everything in their power to run that back. They're gonna have to try to run that. They're gonna force this fight to take place again.
Exactly.
And I think that plan to be his stock will rise, but it also they'll offer him even a lot more money because they want Canelo to get his belts back.
Exactly.
They want Canelo to get his win back. So at the end of the day,
Right.
it'll be a lot of money on the table, and I think the fight will be even bigger than the first one. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, definitely. But here's the thing: we got to remember, people. If we anywhere in America, for that man to get a decision against Canelo Alvarez, he got to beat him better than Floyd Mayweather. He gonna have to do that.
Man,
Because if he don't, it's gonna be a draw or a Canelo win. Because he's going into the fight 2 rounds down from the gate. He 2 rounds down, so he's 7 to ring.
Yeah, he's gonna have to he's gonna have to follow Floyd Mayweather's blueprint. He's gonna have to follow. I'm gonna say he's gonna have to follow Floyd Mayweather's blueprint, and he's gonna also have to follow Arislandi Lara blueprint. And that was a close fight. Some people had Lara winning. I can respect it. I respect.
I had Lara winning it.
Yeah. I respect people that saw Lara winning. It was a close fight. I respect people that felt Canelo won, but I'm gonna just be honest with you, General. I went back and I watched the fight at least 3 times. Well, 4 times. I'm sorry. I watched the fight at least 4 times, and it was very close. One round it's one round that was so close that you can even get it to Canelo to Lara, but I slightly gave it to Canelo, and so that's why I scored it 7 rounds to 5 for Canelo Alvarez. You know what I mean?
I mean, I can't argue that. I can't argue that point either because Canelo. I mean, let's keep it real. Canelo's the guy, man. You got to beat the guy. You can't just come close with the guy, man. You got to beat him.
You got to really beat him. You got to really beat him, and you got to beat him in spectacular fashion. And then you got to really stop him. You got to really dominate in a way. In a way, you have to dominate. You know what I'm saying? And or like you said, General, you're gonna have to stop that guy because if they feel like you didn't do enough to beat that guy, or the fight was close, and probably everything was in favor of Canelo. Everything was in favor of Canelo, anyways. You know what I'm saying? So you had to really do something. You had to really dominate him. I mean, it had to end up being probably like either 9 rounds to 3 or 8 rounds to 4. You know what I'm saying? That's having a performance like that over a fighter and really just do a whole lot to really get the W and get the win over a guy like Canelo Alvarez. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Fish says all valid, fair points, fellow, but nah, he in trouble. he said he playing in trouble. And Tony Boswell said, "VR, be right back. Got to lock this. Got to lock this all up." Okay, my brother. Much love and respect, Tony Boswell. You know what I'm saying? My brother Sean Duke is in the building. Sean Duke is in the building. He said, "Plant brains a belt. That's all. Fish says, Fish says people will be watching Canelo last piece of the puzzle. Also, it'll expose another PBC fighter for being worse than the worse than worse than worse than thought of. Hey, what you hey Shelton, what you feel about what Fish talking about, man?
But
What
those
you
dudes
say?
over there, look, those dudes is not fighting top competition.
Okay.
They not. I mean, we just saw Mel. He took on Castano. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I like Jamel. I think Jamel is one of the guys out there right now. He's one of the best at 154, if not the best, in my opinion. And he fought a dog. Castano was a dog, and in my opinion, Castano won that fight. I thought
Yeah.
Castano won that fight 7 rounds to 5. That's what I saw, and I watched the fight 3 times.
Right.
It
Yeah.
still comes out 7 rounds to 5, Castano. But
Yeah.
those guys are not fighting elite competition. And when you fighting can after can after can, when you get in there with somebody who can actually fight, it turns out a little different. I think what makes Canelo better than all these guys he's fighting, except for Callum Smith. Now, I'm gonna say this, and I've been saying this, and I'm gonna keep saying it. We cannot count the Callum Smith win because Callum Smith did not compete. He didn't come to compete. He came to pick up a check. Because that performance was sickening, and somebody should really, if it was up to me, if I was in charge, I'd take your boxing license after a fight like that. Him and Abner Yildirim. I take your boxing license. I take your boxing license because you ain't even trying to compete. You're just up here trying to get paid. We ain't having that. You at least got to throw a punch at the man or something. You just sat there and got beat on. So that I don't like those two. We take those out of the equation. But Canelo's advantage, in my opinion, is Canelo stay in the gym and Canelo stay working. He's active. That's why he's better than all these dudes because he's more active than all these dudes.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Like, man, Canelo stays in the gym. His work ethic. If I'm saying that correctly.
Yes, sir. That's how you say it.
Yeah,
Work ethic.
yeah, his work ethic is most definitely on a whole nother level. Like, he's one of those fighters, like along with a Manny Pacquiao at the time, and the Floyd Mayweather when they was mainly, especially when they was in their prime and a little getting a little past their prime. Them guys stayed in the gym. Their work ethic was on a whole nother level. Them guys, the hunger, the determination, the will, the win. I mean, just gym rats, man. They live, sleep, eat boxing. You know what I'm saying? And so it was just the passion that they had, that they believed in themselves. They believed they were so confident, man, that their confidence was to the roof.
And
Like
that's
them guys.
another one too, the confidence. Canelo is so confident right now. You can't tell him he can't beat anybody. He doesn't think anybody can beat him. You're gonna have to show him that you can beat him because he don't think you can.
Yeah, exactly. The J. Rule's theory says Canelo consistency helps him stay sharp. Yeah, I agree with you on that. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with you 100% on that J. Rule's theory. You know what I'm saying? What you think about that, Shelton? You agree with that?
Yeah, that's exactly my point. That he stays busy, he stays active. He already fought what 3 times this year.
Yeah, three times,
He
three
fought three
times.
times already.
Yeah,
You know what
three
I'm saying?
times
He's
this year.
fighting again 4 times in
Yeah,
a year. That's old school. That's Ali style shit. Ali used to fight 4 times a year. These
right.
cats
Yeah,
ain't doing that nowadays. They're not
right.
doing
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
And that's
Yeah,
why he's
exactly.
always better than these dudes because they've been out of the gym. They've been out of the ring for 8, 9, 10 months by the time they get rid of him. Get in the ring with him. Look, Caleb Plant been out of the ring for what, a damn near a year before he get in the ring? When did he
Yeah,
fight last? February? He fought in February,
yeah,
right?
yeah. It's been a year, right? I think it's been a year.
You know what I'm saying? So, and you get in there with a guy who just coming off a fight 3 months ago? Come on, man. It's going to be hard for you.
Yeah,
Because
it's
that
gonna be
guy's
tough.
sharp. His timing is there. Yours ain't.
Yeah, exactly. And that's one thing I was looking at. And shout out to my brother, my great brother, one of the generals, the J. Rule's theory. If you're not subscribed, please go subscribe to my brother's channel, please. You know, a great channel. My brother's very knowledgeable when it comes to the sport of boxing. And just please go subscribe to his channel. But yeah, I agree. You know what I'm saying? Canelo has been staying active. You know, he's been busy, man. He's been in fights back to back. And then we talking about, like, you know, and I know how you feel about the Callum Smith General. Like, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. Like Callum Smith, to me, was one of the best. It was pretty much the top dog, pretty much at 168.
But let me ask
And
you this.
and
That's what
I
you
was just
saw. Let me ask you
and
this. Let
okay.
me ask you this. Why didn't he compete against that man? Why did he just stand there like a deer in the headlights? Why didn't he compete against that man?
What is it that Canelo? What was it that Canelo was doing to make it difficult for him? Like that's the question.
I mean, I look at boxing, I guess, a little different than some people, right?
Okay.
I'm going in there. If I'm a fighter, I'm going in there to take your head off to knock you out. But I understand that in that process, I may get knocked out. I might get my head took off, but I'm willing to stick my head in there and see what happens. And that's my problem with Callum Smith. He was not willing to get in there and fight the man. He was content with, okay, this guy hits hard. I'm just going to lay on these ropes, take this pounding, and get my check. That's what I saw. Now, if I'm wrong, you can tell me I'm wrong. But that's what I saw.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel like I agree to a certain extent. Like I feel like Callum Smith should have really pressed the attack a lot more. You know what I mean? And just kind of like because I just felt like there was some things he could have done to pretty much throw
He could have
Canelo.
just fought, man. He didn't
Yeah,
fight.
yeah,
He could have just
yeah,
fought the guy.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
fight
That's
the
what I'm
guy.
saying.
And if I get knocked out, so be it. But I'm going to fight this guy.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he respected Canelo's power too much. You know what I mean? I think that was the problem. He respected Canelo power too much, and I think his game plan was to go in there and fight a smart fight, just basically outpoint Canelo. You know what I'm saying? But I think like the aggressiveness and the pressure of Canelo was too much. Like it made him uncomfortable. It threw him off his game. Like Callum Smith is more of a pure boxer. So like when you got some guy coming forward and just right there in front of you and just like on top of you, it's not giving you no room to breathe and it's just not letting you do anything. And you know that this guy hits hard. You know that this guy's dangerous. So at the end of the day, you want to throw, you want to counter him, you want to throw the combinations, you want to use the jab to set up the right, and throw the hooks and the little uppercuts, boom, boom, the little right 1-2. It's a lot more he could have done, but I just felt like the pressure of Canelo. I just felt like, you know what I'm saying, the pressure of Canelo standing right in front of him, also just making him miss shots and then just basically pressing the attack a lot more. And I think he was just playing it safe. I think he was just trying to be so careful not to get hit with too many big shots coming from Canelo. I think he played it safe a little too much. I think that was the problem.
So basically what you're saying is Canelo took his heart. Because what you outlined, no, I'm serious, because what you outlined, right? What you outlined, now you tell me if I'm wrong. Is that not exactly what happened in the 1980 Duran Sugar Ray Leonard first fight?
Yes.
Exactly. Duran was owning super pressure. Ray said he had never been hit that hard up to that point. He had never got hit that hard as hard as Duran hit him. But what did Ray do? At one point, Ray bit down on the mouthpiece and he fought that man. You see what I'm saying? And that's all I wanted him to do. Like my grandfather used to tell me, rest in peace, back in the day, nigga, you ain't got to win, but you do have to fight.
But you do have to fight. Yes, sir. I remember that. You don't. Yeah, you don't have to win, but you do have to fight.
You do have to fight. All you got to
Yeah.
do is fight, man. And I have respect for you. At least you fought this dude. But you just let that dude beat on you for about 8-9 rounds, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you the truth though. Like Canelo, like if he knocked me out, he knocked me out. But if I was fighting around his weight class, I'm gonna just tell you the truth, General. He hit hard and I hit hard, and I'm letting you know I'm a thinking man fighter just like he a thinking man fighter. I'm letting my hands go. I might do an old school Mike Tyson type of style. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And just go in there and make it a war. I don't care about getting knocked out. You knock me out, you knock me out. As long as I live to see another day. But I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna try to go in there and knock your head off. But it's gonna be in a smart way though. It's gonna be in a smart way. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be in just a reckless way because I'm better than that, especially if I have skill. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go in there and try to take that man head off. I'm not gonna go in there and be patient, and I'm not gonna. I'm gonna respect you after the fight. I'm gonna respect you after the fight. We'll shake hands. We'll show love to one another after the fight. But when we in that ring, like I'm gonna have to destroy you because I'm not gonna let you beat me. Like I just have that determination. I believe in my skill. I believe in my abilities, and I just believe in, and I believe in my power, and I believe in how I'm gonna hit you, how I'm gonna set you up, and I'm a box, but I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna try to break you down,
And that's what I'm saying. That's the same thing Ray did. Ray at one point said, "Look, this dude's getting the best of me. I can't sit here and let this dude punch on me. I'm gonna fight this guy." And Ray was pissed off because of the things he said. He called his wife a hoe. He did all Duran just some disrespectful shit. But Ray fought that man. You know what I'm saying? And that made Duran have respect for Ray later because he fought me. He wasn't running from me. He fought me.
Right.
Callum Smith didn't even compete. I mean, after about the 5th or 6th round, he just laid on the ropes, bro. That's what I'm saying. You got to get to a point where you're like, look, man, fuck this. This dude's not going to keep hitting on me like this. I got to at least hit this man back. And you weren't even doing that. You just sat there. So I lost a lot of respect for that dude. I mean, as a fighter, because to me, whenever it looks like to me, now I could be wrong, but this is what it looks like to me. Whenever he's faced with adversity, he's going to shell up because that's what he showed me.
Right. Your fish says PBC is a small island gene pool. They're not striving and learning and gaining crucial experience. TBF not even sure they're getting paid right. Man.
Wow. Hey, look, but haven't you noticed that though? Why are all of a sudden PBC fighters having money issues? Complaining about money.
Adrian Broner, and I think one is a situation recently with who was that?
Jamal.
Jamal Charlo.
Yeah. You're supposed to be a millionaire. You got these Lambos, these big houses, all these chains. Why is your car being declined? Why is your car being declined? So, you try to say, if you have the supporters of that organization, because, first of all, this is the first time I've ever seen as a boxing fan that boxing fans are fans of a promotional company. I mean, wow, that's news to me. I mean, I knew it was boxing fans. I didn't know that there was never no Don King fans and no Top Rank fans in my day. But hey, it's a new day. I guess PBC is, you got to root for the PBC. But it sounds to me like those dudes are on allowances over there. I don't think they be lying, because why is my card being? I just had a fight. I just fought in June.
Yeah, exactly. What's going on? Like that's why I'm confused. That's why I'm confused. I'm like, man, you just had a fight. You know what I mean? Yeah. And once you end up paying out, and then your taxes and stuff. I mean, I'm pretty sure you got at least you sitting on at least $500 or some $1,000. What's going on? What's up, man? And the J. Roos Theory, thanks, Andrew. Salute. You're a true class act, man. Much love and respect, J. Roos. My brother PED, my brother Ped is in the building. He says, "Hey, bro, I downloaded StreamYard. I wanted to live. I'm fucked up. I wanted to go live. I'm effed up. Hey, PED. Hey, listen. I guess you're trying to go live. I most definitely had to try to get, I can assist you with that, man. But I have to leave your email or something like that. Give me your email. Leave your email in the private chat. Put your email in the chat. You know what I mean? And or you can just email. Matter of fact, hold on real quick. I can give you my email. You email me back, and I can help you with if you having problems with it. Like I can help you. So hold on. Let me. Dang, I gotta go. Where's private chat? There we go. I forgot how to work StreamYard for a minute myself. All right, so hold on. Let me give you my
And
email.
here's another fact that I tripped off of, bro. That this is because we from the hood. You know how we get out, right?
Oh yeah.
If I'm rolling and I'm at the bar and there's 20 of us at the bar, we came together, right? Time to pay the bill. These is the homies, supposedly. I put my card out there, my card get declined. What is the homie supposed to do? What's the homie supposed to do?
Yeah, yeah, man. If we close and we tight like that, man,
Yeah,
and we all making money like that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like my close friend, man, my homie is gonna be like, man, nah, I got you, bro. You know, maybe you might be having problems with your card, or or it could be whereas maybe is it's no
Because
money.
that's happened to me before. It's happened
Yeah,
to me before. The car, they locked the car. Hey, this is a crazy purchase. We don't. All you got to do is call the bank. Hey, what's going on with my car? Oh, we see a $3,000-$4,000 purchase. We didn't know that was you. It's me. Oh, okay. And they unlock the car. That's what usually what
exactly,
happens. But
exactly.
the homie should have been like, don't even worry about it, homeboy. 20 of y'all, because you know what the famous word in the hood is, homie. We got to piece up and pay this. Let's piece up, pay this shit, and get up out of here.
Yeah,
We're not going to jail on no goddamn bar tab. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to jail on no bar tab.
yeah.
There's other shit we can go to jail for, but not a bar tab.
My brother Don is in the building. He says the body attacks makes people reluctant to throw punches. What you think about that? Uh, what you think about that, General? What you think
Well,
about what
if the
Don
body
just said?
attack's making you reluctant to throw punches, you probably should find another profession. Maybe you should go to Walmart or do something else, man, because you're going to get hit in the body in boxing. That's part of boxing. What you mean? The body attack makes them reluctant. I mean, are these dudes scared of this guy? I mean, what are you talking about? That makes no sense. You get hit in the body, you get hit in the body. If it hurts, you back up, regroup, come back with some punches. Get this dude off you. Don't just shell up and take it. I mean, come on, man. You got to come better than that.
Yeah, man. Listen, you hit me to my body. If I let you hit me to my body, you get good body shots in. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming like as soon as I see you go to my body, I'm going to your head. Like literally, you leave yourself open while you doing body when you giving me a body attack. If you leave yourself open, and if I some guys got to learn how to protect the body. You know what I'm saying? That's
Hey,
one thing.
Andrew, let me ask you this. What
That's
did
one
Gabe
thing.
Rosado do? What did Gabe Rosado do? Oh, you want to hit me with body hooks to the body? Okay, come on over here and hit me with hooks to the body. I got something for you. You remember that?
Yeah, yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Yeah, man, most definitely. Is that he said? What about me? Says Duran made him mad talking to him and kicking his ass. Duran. That's what. What about me?
Yeah, he did. He did. Duran made him mad. Duran made him so mad that he fought Duran's fight. He went in there and tried to fight Duran straight up. Made him mad. But he fought
Yeah.
him though. That's the difference between him and Callum Smith. He fought Duran. Duran didn't. He won the fight, but he didn't win that fight easy. Duran had to pay to win that fight. He had to fight Leonard.
Oh
Callum
yeah.
Smith didn't even compete, bro.
Yeah, man. This. Yeah. I feel she came in there, man, and just and made it the war. I mean, I hold on real quick, Shelton. It says, "What about me?" Says Andrew Tucker. One of the best reactions to a KO I've seen on H Money channel at what is that? Masvidal got knocked the F out by
Oh, by
Us.
Usman. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Kamal Usman. Yeah, he smacked
yeah,
him. That
yeah,
dude's a
man.
beast. He's a monster.
Yeah. How you pronounce that guy's name? What it is?
That's Jorge
Us.
Masvidal. He from your city. He from Florida. He from
Oh
Miami,
really?
actually. Yeah, he from
Miami?
Miami.
You
Yeah,
talking about
he was
Masvidal?
yeah, Masvidal. Yeah, he was.
Oh,
He
okay.
fought with him and Kimbo Slice was in the bare knuckle street fights back in the day. Masvidal been around for a while.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew I recognized that dude, man. I knew I recognized that dude. Yeah, yeah. Because I remember a lot of Kimbo Slice street fights, man. And I think I remember that. I remember that
Yeah,
cat.
he was around doing that. He was doing the same thing. That's how he got his break into the UFC from that YouTube street fighting scene.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Eric Davis says Eddie Hearn taking over the game, pays his fighters, and solidly recognizes fighters are the bosses. Recognizes the fighters as the boss. That's what he means as the boss. Okay. Yeah. General Eric Davies. Yes. Yeah. Eddie Hearns, man. He do a good job at with his fighters, man. He does a good job with his fighters, and I believe the fighters are getting paid. I mean, they're not complaining about what they're getting paid, and
Right.
Eddie Hearn he's all about handling business, and he's a good businessman. He's a good promoter, and he's doing his thing, man. I mean,
Well, Eddie, Eddie is already rich because Frank. What's his father's name? Barry Hearn. Barry Hearn was already rich, so Eddie
yeah,
been rich his whole life. So Eddie's not worried about what you got or what anybody else got. Eddie got money and gonna have money, so he's not worried about spending money, especially when it ain't his money.
Yes,
It
sir.
ain't his money. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
So he
And
don't
you see,
mind
and you
spending
see
money.
that, and you see that, general, you see that mansion. You see that mansion. They be fighting behind in his backyard. You see how big that mansion is.
You
Because
know what I'm saying?
some of
So
them,
Eddie's
because
not worried about the money.
yeah, because you see some of them fights be in his backyard. You know that,
Oh
right?
yeah. Oh yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that. Yeah. See, Eddie ain't worried about that because Eddie's not worried about too much about the bottom line because he figures if he put on a good show, he gonna make money regardless. That's all he's really concerned about, in my opinion. Now,
Yeah, exactly.
it's some people, now he caters to some of his fighters. Yes, he does. But shit, you could look at any sport. You don't think Emmitt Smith or Deion Sanders got catered to? You don't think Tom Brady gets catered to? You don't think Patrick Mahomes gets catered to? If you're the best guy, of course I got to cater to you because I make most of my money fucking with you.
That's true. That's so true. Oh, Lil Bullet, my brother Lil Bullet is in the building, man. Lil Bullet, that's my brother from another mother, man.
Yeah, little
One of the
bullet, my guy. What's up, brother?
man, that's one of the generals right there. Lil Bullet, I appreciate the $5 super chat. Lil Bullet say, hey, Mr. Tucker. Much love and respect to you, Lil Bullet, man. Appreciate you coming through, man. Me and the general, Shelton Moore. You know what I'm saying? We cooking, man. We doing some good old boxing talk. And yeah, man, appreciate you guys, everybody that's in the chat. All of my brothers that's in the chat, man. I appreciate every single one of y'all, man. Basically all the generals in the building, man. Much love and respect to every single one of you guys, man. But I appreciate the $5 super chat, Little Bullet. Much love and respect, man. Appreciate that.
So let me ask you this, man. Since we on this boxing talk, and since we talk about Eddie Hearn, his cash cow got a fight coming up, man. How you see that one? On the 25th.
Well, you already know. I don't know if you. I know you see the title. You know what I mean? The title of this live stream.
Right.
Those are 3 fights I really wanted to talk about. While I was on here for a while. But yeah, that's the first one we can get into. Joshua versus Usyk, man, is a great fight, man. Like it's a really great fight. I think this is going to be like one of the best heavyweight showdowns we've seen in a long time. And I just think because of their styles, man, I think both of these guys are Olympians, Olympic gold medalists. They're Olympians, and Usyk, former undisputed cruiserweight champion. I mean, very fundamentally sound, man. Very skilled cruiserweight, and now you can say the same, a very skilled heavyweight. And I think that it's going to be a good challenge. It's going to be a good challenge, a good competitive fight, him between Joshua. I think people are going to get a chance to see. People are going to get a chance to see why Anthony Joshua is one of the best heavyweights in the world. And I think people don't really know or don't really. I don't think people know how skilled Anthony Joshua is. Like, he's not just this front foot dominant boxer puncher, just walk you down, or this technical brawler. You know what I'm saying? Just walk you down, beat you up because he's strong and he has punching power. And he can, but he can also be a pure boxer. He can work off his jab. He's gotten fast on his feet. You know what I mean? Joshua can jab, counter, combination jab, counter, combination, move his head, good at slipping punches at times if he wants to. Good at he can pivot. Lateral movement is he got fast on his feet. You know, defense have gotten a little better. So like Anthony Joshua has evolved and grew into a very good fighter, man. I think people gonna see really how skilled he is when he goes up against a very fundamentally sound, very skilled fighter in Alexander Usyk. And I think this is the fight I would love for him. But this won't be the first type of style I seen him against because of similarities. Joseph Parker has similarities to Usyk. I just think that Usyk is the footwork is a little better, and I just think the output, his punch output, he throws more punches. You know what I mean? But as far as similarities, as far as being that pure boxer, and also that slickster type of style, Usyk is also that with the good head movement, with the pivoting and the side to side movement, getting in, getting out, lateral movement. Like Joshua is going to show people that he can box as well, because I think Joshua already said, like, I'm not just trying to knock this guy out. Joshua is going to get in there and box with this guy. And some people may feel like it's a mistake, Joshua boxing with Usyk, which a lot of people may feel is the better pure boxer. But Joshua is going to show people that he's also a pure boxer, that he can box too. You know what I'm saying? So, but I just think that the punching power of Joshua could be too much. Joshua has very good timing. So does Usyk. But I'm saying Joshua has very good timing. And he's a very big puncher. And he's the bigger guy. So I just think you got two stylistically. It's going to make an entertaining fight. But I kind of feel Joshua's going to end up stopping Usyk, probably knockout or maybe a technical knockout. I don't see maybe like the 9th or 10th round. Could possibly be the 8th and maybe the 9th or 10th round. I feel he's going to probably end up stopping Usyk for the first time. But if Joshua gets frustrated and falls into Usyk's trap, it's a chance that Usyk could, you know what I'm saying? Because people thinking that Joshua is going to fatigue, he's going to get tired. Joshua has been 12 rounds a couple of times. So he have worked on his conditioning. He's worked on, he's worked on his stamina has gotten better as far as conditioning, as far as stamina, endurance, all that has gotten better. You know what I'm saying? So people thinking that Usyk is going to just easily outbox him, tire him out, and then probably set him up for the late round TKO. But I don't see it happening. Joshua too smart. He's gotten a whole lot better as a fighter, and especially made the necessary adjustments. Made the necessary adjustments after his loss to Andy Ruiz Jr. You know what I'm saying? He just became a completely different fighter, and he's on a whole other level now. And I just think it's going to be a good fight, but I can see Joshua's either stopping Usyk or maybe winning maybe probably like a unanimous decision.
Yeah, I see the same thing. Everything you see is what I see. I don't think Usyk has enough pop to keep Anthony Joshua off of him for 12 rounds. Anthony's the bigger guy, the stronger guy. And Anthony's natural instinct is to come and get you. You know what I'm saying? He's going to start off boxing because he can box. He's going to have to because Usyk is a boxer. But I think what AJ is going to do is cut the ring off, catch him, beat him to the body, slow him down, and eventually stop him anywhere between 9 and 11. And people keep forgetting this part. If you listen to the consensus, right? Listen to all the channels and the so-called experts. Everybody's saying Usyk is going to beat this guy. Everybody's saying Usyk is going to beat this guy. He hears that. And people forget that Anthony Joshua is the 2-time unified heavyweight champion of the world. That comes with a lot of pride. He's going to want to prove that you think this little guy can come up here from cruiserweight and beat me? I'm going to show you something. I'm going to give him something. You want to come on up here and play with the big boys? Okay. Because people are forgetting he beat who? He beat Franklin? Some dude named Franklin, and he beat Derek Chisora, right?
Yeah, he beat Chaz Witherspoon.
Chaz
You talking
Witherspoon,
about
my
the
fault.
first two
Yeah, he beat
heavyweight
Chaz
fights?
Witherspoon. He beat Chaz Witherspoon, who is basically just Chaz Witherspoon. That's who he is. And he went tooth and nail with Derek Chisora. Derek Chisora is not on Anthony Joshua's level. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody thinks. Derek Chisora is not on Anthony Joshua's level. When he gets in there with Anthony Joshua, it's going to be completely different. And you went tooth and nail with that guy. This guy's going to stop you.
Yeah. Like saying some people were saying, well, that they're different styles. Some people were saying, Shelton. Some people were saying that, like, uh, well, Derek Chisora is a pressure fighter. He pressure. Anthony Joshua doesn't have that same type of pressure. That's the reason why the fight was difficult for Usyk. But Joshua is too patient, and that's why they feel that Joshua's patient and he's going to try to box with Usyk, and that's when he's going to make the mistake and he's going to get outboxed. And what I'm saying, all of this, they were saying these things, but like I agree with you 100%. Joshua, to be honest with you, Joshua is on a whole nother level from Derek Chisora. You know what I'm saying? The ring IQ, the ring generalship, the explosiveness, the great timing, the power. I mean, going up against tough, going up against different styles, killer after killer, and you see how he was able to prevail over those certain styles. Like Usyk have never been in there with a fighter that's on the level of Anthony Joshua, and I believe we're gonna see the difference. We're gonna see the difference when Usyk in there with Joshua versus any other opponent at cruiserweight or heavyweight.
And Usyk, in my opinion, Usyk made a mistake. Usyk is coming in that fight probably about 233, 235. I think that's a mistake. Usyk should come in that fight about 218, 220 pounds. Because the heavier he is, the slower he is. And the slower he is, it's easier for AJ to catch him, corner him, beat him up, and knock him out. And that's what I think is going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think that, Anthony Joshua is very good at setting traps, man. And I just think that he's a good counterpuncher. I think that, just one thing he learned, and I know he also learned this one move. And it showed me that Anthony Joshua has been learning a lot and gotten better as a fighter. When he did that pull counter against Pulev, I know you saw it.
Yes, sir. I saw that. Yes, sir. I did.
When he did that pull, he learned it from Floyd. When he did that pull counter, set Pulev up, hurt him badly. Like the thing is, like it's good. Joshua is going to show people, man, that he can do a lot of things that a lot of cats probably don't know that he can do. You know what I'm saying? He's going to show you guys that he's just not this brawler, this technical brawler, or this big puncher to walk you down and beat you up. He can actually box. He can actually stick and move. He can actually, work off his jab. He can actually throw the 1-2. He can actually throw the 1-2-3, the 1-2-3-4, and on the move. And he can do it on the move. He can show that he has footwork. You know what I'm saying? Like Joshua can do those things, and I think he's gonna show people. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. You're absolutely right, brother. He gonna walk this dude down. Get this dude out of there. Because in my opinion, from looking at all three of the guys, the top three guys at the division, Anthony Joshua is the best heavyweight in the world, in my opinion.
Yes. Yeah, much respect to all the heavyweights in the heavyweight division, but Anthony Joshua is number one to me as well. And I'm not, General. I'm not just saying because of him being two-time unified heavyweight champion. I'm not just saying that. It's because look at his resume.
Right. The people he fought and the people he's beat. Exactly.
Right.
And I know people always revert back to Andy Ruiz. Well, who says Tyson Fury will beat Andy Ruiz? They never fought. Who says Deontay Wilder will beat Andy Ruiz? They never fought. So we really don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. You know what I mean? They never fought, and what we say all the time, General, style make fights. And you can get Andy Ruiz Jr. even he slimmed down a little bit, but you can get Andy Ruiz Jr., which is a very good boxer puncher. You can throw him in there. You can throw him in there with a Tyson Fury, and you might see a repeat. You might see a repeat of a Tyson Fury versus Otto Wallin.
Exactly. You
But but
never know.
I think that Andy Ruiz Jr. is a better boxer, a better boxer than Otto Wallin. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that
Yeah.
that's you going up against that type of style. That's going to be tough for you. Like that type of style is going to be tough for you. See how you handle that type of
Exactly.
style. And I favor Fury to win, but I'm saying it's going to be difficult. I feel like that type of style versus Fury is difficult. It's tough. You thought Otto
Well, but
Wallin was
I know we getting off topic a little bit, but let me ask you a question, man. Fury beat who? He beat a 37-year-old Vladimir Klitschko who was on a 10-year reign and hadn't lost in like 8 years, right? Hadn't lost in like 8 years. And then he beat Deontay Wilder. Who else has he beat? That's credible. Who else has he beat? What makes
uh
all these people think Tyson Fury is just this monster? He got 2 credible wins on his resume
yeah,
that
two
I can
credible
see.
ones. Yeah. I
That I
mean,
can see.
because I think at the time, some people may also, I think some people may also give him the Dare to Shura wins though, all as well. At that time,
Mhm.
at around the time he fought him, the Dare to Shura.
Okay, that's three.
When
That's 3 credible wins out of 30 fights. How many credible wins does Anthony Joshua have?
man, so we talking about Joseph Parker, Vladimir Klitschko. We talking about Dillian White. We talking about Alexander Povetkin. Talking about
Pulev.
man,
Pulev.
true man, my brother Rap Star, boxing knowledge, my
My man
brother.
Rap. What's up, baby?
Hey man, I had to come up and pull up and say what up and show some love to my brother Andrew Tucker, Shelton Moore. Come on, man, you can't get more hardcore, passionate guys in boxing. When I look at you, Andrew, you give me the old days back. You give me those feelings back. The way that you talk about boxing comes from your heart, from your soul. You know what I mean? I can feel it, bro, and I know when a man's a real. You're not a boxing channel, Andrew. First and foremost, you're a boxing fan. And that's the
Yes,
difference. You don't do these kind of boxing things for money. You don't do it for super chats. I've seen it. You do it because you just love the sport of boxing, bro. And that's your perspective. And just see how you spread that energy. You know what I mean? We appreciate it, bro, especially from England. We need people from you so we can connect with each other. You know what I'm saying?
most definitely, my brother. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Rap Star. And I love you brothers as well, man. Y'all brothers, man, is most definitely knowledgeable when it comes to the sport of boxing. You guys are pretty much a prime example of what a true boxing fan is all about. But a person that have love for the sport, but a person that have passion, and men that uh, apply boxing to your life. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, you guys are historians, man. I learned from you guys. You know what I'm saying? And as people learn from me, I learn from you guys. That's why I love being around you guys, man. You know what I mean? Rap star, you're very knowledgeable. Man. You have the energy, just like I have that energy. Shelton have that energy, but you have that passion. But you are also knowledgeable about the sport, and you love the sport. You appreciate the sport. You know the sport. You know what I'm saying? And I give you guys. It's an honor. It's always an honor being around you guys, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what
And
motivates me. That's
Well,
what
And
thank
not
you,
only
motivates
that,
me.
brother.
Andrew, you know what it is? You know, when you're passionate, you can tell when somebody's clean hearted. And I can tell when I speak to you, Andrew, you are totally clean hearted about the sport. You got no bias thing in your body. You talk about the England fighters the same way you talk about us, the American guys. I've seen you talk about the Japanese fighters when it comes to Manny Pacquiao. You talk about him like your brother. You know what I'm saying? And I see that in you. And that's another thing why I rock with Shelton Moore. And he's always, welcome in my house. Because Shelton Moore always keeps it real. He doesn't just go for boxing because they're Americans. That's one thing that I've noticed. Some of these people, they don't have that acknowledgement of world boxing. And it's nice to speak to people like you, Andrew Shelton, who don't come from a biased opinion and don't give the same credit to everywhere across the world. And I've seen that in you, and I've definitely seen that in Shelton. Shelton is one of the only guys that first come to me and said, look, just because Wilder's from America doesn't mean I think he's going to win. He said, look, man, Tyson Fury's a better fighter. So, when you come with these opinions from America, it kind of like shows us we still got true fans in the sport of boxing.
Yes, sir. I mean, boxing, that's why they call it the world title. They don't just defend it in America. It's the world title. You got to defend it against all comers. You know what I'm saying? You can't just look at boxing as centered here, because there are a lot of great fighters that are not here. There are a lot of great fighters that came from across the pond, that came from Africa, that came from Thailand, that came from Japan, that came from Mexico, that came from all over the world. Argentina, Brazil. Come on, man. You can't limit yourself like that.
Yeah, exactly. Sylvester, my brother Sylvester Saloma, 2011. I see you, my brother. Much love and respect. Welcome to the live stream. And one of the generals, much love and respect. If y'all not subscribed to his channel, please go subscribe to his channel. And we talking about my brother Red Glove Militant. But if y'all not subscribed to my brother right here, my brother from another mother, Rap Star Boxing Knowledge, I'm telling you guys, he's the truth. Go subscribe to his channel, man. This brother is for real. This brother is the truth. I'm telling you.
And he never talks out of his ass. He never talks out of his ass. He always comes with facts.
Yeah,
and you know what the truth is, Shelton, you got to understand, I love you guys. I love the Americans. They get it wrong. I love Sugar Ray Leonard. Mike Tyson inspired me to get into boxing. It doesn't mean I'm only going to follow the American boxing. I got to follow the boxing in Australia. I got to follow boxing in all the world, in Japan. I got to follow boxing in New Zealand. I got to see boxing all over the world. But I got to say this, Shelton. America has been one of the most supreme and played the biggest part in the sport of boxing. It has been the heart of boxing. But also we got to remember that England and many other countries around the world, like you said, Argentina, Venezuela, so many heroes and champions have come from all over the world, bro. It's unbelievable how this sport, Andrew, connects us together all over the world. It's crazy.
I said it. And I said it, man, when some people was talking about how boxing is dead, I said, no, boxing is not dead. Boxing is just not over here in North America. Boxing is not just over there in South America. Boxing is worldwide. It's in Africa. Boxing is in Europe. Boxing is in Australia. Boxing is in Asia. Boxing covers continents. Boxing is worldwide. It's a global sport. You can't just look at one country and no, it's global. It's in continents. It's continent. It's big. It has a strong foundation. Boxing has been around for generation after generation after generation, for decades after decades. Boxing has a strong foundation. Boxing is well alive. Boxing would never die. And boxing is a global sport. It's a worldwide sport. And we show love and we have respect for fighters from all around the world. That's one thing about us.
I agree with you because boxing doesn't wait for any man. Boxing does not wait for any man. I mean, look, we've had some amazing people which have raised the flag for our sport. We know that some of these people, they made it bigger than boxing, and that's true. Boxers have come to the sport and made it into a global superstar. And then they've become, bigger than boxing. We can't lie about that. Muhammad Ali, he was the first example for when I did my research. He became and put boxing all over the world as well. And, he became bigger than boxing. But still, when he left the sport of boxing carried on, Shelton. And then we got Mike Tyson, didn't we? We got Mike Tyson.
Yeah, we got Tyson. Before him, we got Sugar Ray Leonard, Thomas Hearns, Marvin Hagler. The game keeps going on with you or without you, Rap Star. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, boxing doesn't wait for any man, but we do. Hey, Andrew, we create some amazing global ambassadors for our sport, though,
Exactly, brother. Exactly, man.
Hey, I just wanted to share this with you, Andrew. because I know you. I like your comments when it comes to England boxing. So my guy from London, Eddie Hearn, has been talking to Al Heyman behind the scenes, and Michael Benson reported that they're trying to get Adrian Broner to fight Conor Benn, so Conor Benn can have a good first account of coming to America. What do you
I
think about
like
that
that
fight?
fight.
And is
I
that
like
fight
that fight.
good for Conor Benn to make his debut in America in December? They want to make Conor Benn versus Adrian Broner. What do you think about that?
Man, I would love that. Man, you know what? Oh man, people get on AB not throwing his hands a lot. You know, not throwing his hands a lot. People get on AB is not being busy enough. Adrian Broner fights everybody. He ducks. No, I don't even like using that word duck, but he avoids no fighter. Adrian Broner fights all the tough guys. You know what I'm saying? Adrian Broner is if I'm not mistaken, he's a 3 division world champion, right?
4.
I'm sorry, 4 division world champion. Adrian Broner, uh, when he digs down deep, he can make it a war with. He can make it a war. He can make it a war with you when he let his hands go, and if he can break. And when he decides to really fight, he can break you down. I just want Adrian Broner to be 100% focused and 100% dedicated to the sport of boxing. And when he's 100% focused and dedicated, when he's mentally and physically prepared, and he goes in there and just give us, I believe he can go in there one more time and give us a great performance. Now, a fighter like a great fighter like Conor Benn, I'm talking about the explosiveness, the ferociousness, the elusiveness. I'm talking about that killer instinct. I'm talking about that animal, that dog he has inside of him. He's like a lion. I'm talking about when he make that necessary adjustment, he comes on strong. He beats you up. He knocks you out. He come in there to get you out of the ring. Like that type of fighter is dangerous for any opponent. I repeat, Conor Benn is dangerous. So you match those two type of styles up. It makes a very competitive fight. It makes an entertaining fight. It makes an action-packed fight. These fighters are gonna come forward and it's gonna make it a war. It's gonna be an all-out brawl at moments. At times it'll be a chess match. They'll try to figure each other out at first. But then again, Conor Benn, he's coming in there to make us. He's coming in to prove a point. He's coming in to prove to people that I'm one of the best young fighters out here in the world today. Best young fighters in the sport of boxing today. And I'm gonna knock out whoever's in front of me. I'm not gonna back. I'll respect you after the fight is over. Even if you is a top fighter, even if you have these type of accolades and you have established be a 4-time, 3-time, 4-time world champion, that's okay. I'm coming in to let people know that I come to win, and I'm gonna show people how great I am. Like going in against a fighter that with the fundamentals and the skills like an Adrian Broner, that's a good fight. That's a step up fight. But it depends on where Adrian Broner show up, because Conor Benn is gonna come to fight. He gonna let his hands go, and he gonna look to knock Adrian Broner out. But Adrian Broner is a great boxer puncher, and he go in there making a good fight. I think stylistically it makes a very great fight. I think they're going to challenge each other. I think it's going to be really competitive, and I just think that the veteran in Adrian Broner and the young up and coming star and Conor Benn makes an action-packed fight. And remember, I said it. I want to see it. I would love for it to happen. It's a great fight, man, and I want to see it.
Wow. I mean, look, I'm going to say this before we go to Shelton. Even though Conor Benn's from England, I'm going to keep this real with you. The Adrian Broner that I know, the Adrian Broner, which was, when I saw him coming up, he got more skills than Conor Benn. I'm just going to keep it real with you here.
Yes, sir.
One thing, Rapstar, he's not a fanboy like that. Rapstar keep it real all the way. But, Adrian Broner got better skills than Conor Benn. Adrian Broner is a much more proven fighter than Conor Benn. And, to be fair with you, Adrian Broner is the most underrated fighter coming out as a 4-weight world champion, because the man got a lot of skills, but the man is not being the same since he come to the welterweight division. Since his fight with Paulie Malignaggi, he's never been able to show us that he is the top dog at that division. When Adrian Broner was the top dog, it was at 135. And 140, He was okay. He was good. But at 147, his skills started to, they were very, very, I don't know, it was very limited. Adrian Broner was limited, and I think most of the people who has to recognize this. Adrian Broner at welterweight doesn't feel comfortable throwing a lot of punches. In the welterweight division, Adrian Broner is so hesitant. I feel like because he's been hurt a few times, and you saw what Madonna did to him, right? He's never
Right.
been the same, and most of his problems are his self-inflicted problems. Is what he lives, his lifestyle away from the ring is not a true militant boxer. That Adrian Broner that we had, the skillful Adrian Broner with the gift, that Adrian Broner slowly watered down. And I think even though he's got better skills, and he's got better skills than Conor Benn, I think this is the right time for Eddie Hearn to get that name for Conor Benn, because this Adrian Broner, Andrew Tucker, like you said, the Adrian Broner which comes to fight, and the Adrian Broner who believes in himself, he can win this fight with Conor Benn. But I just feel like from what I've seen with Adrian Broner blueprint in the last 2 years, this could be the right time for one of those young guys who doesn't have that much skills, but has more heart, more determination, and more hunger than Adrian Broner can beat him. Because purely of, like you said, Andrew Tucker, there's a ferociousness in that young man, Conor Benn. He wants it, he's hungry, and that's what will get him through. Because Adrian Broner might not throw his hands and just survive at certain rounds. But Shelton, I'd love to hear your views, because I do believe Adrian Broner is a more skillful fighter all round than Conor Benn.
Well, first of all, let's clear this up. The shit talking alone in this fight is probably going to be better than the fight. You got Conor Benn and Adrian Broner. Come on, man. If we don't know nothing else about AB can sell a fight. He can sell a fight. And Conor Benn loves to talk shit. So that's going to be the highlight for me. But as far as the fight goes, Adrian Broner can beat Conor Benn.
Wow.
It all depends on what Adrian Broner shows up. If the Adrian Broner shows up that fought, even the one that fought Marcos Maidana, that fought at 35, that fought at 40, if that Adrian Broner shows up, Conor Benn might have a little problem. If the recent AB we've seen after the Maidana fight shows up, Conor Benn gonna knock him out.
Facts. Yeah. Hey, listen, look, Andrew Tucker. What does Conor Benn and his team see that they want to just take this fight? They want the Adrian Broner fight. So, just like Shelton said, they fancy their job, and I believe they think they can be the first person to stop him. Do you actually believe that?
I think that they see a fighter that they can I think they see a fighter that's not 100% focused, a fighter that's not 100% mentally, you know what I mean? They feel like he doesn't no longer have that hunger or the determination. They feel like he's halfway there. He's not the same fighter. They feel like they can take advantage of him. They feel like they can maybe get in because they know that Conor Benn is a very dangerous boxer puncher. We know that guy can get in the ring and overwhelm you with flurries. And I'm talking about punches and bunches. I'm talking about the ferociousness. I'm talking about the ferociousness, the being very aggressive. I'm just talking about just coming in the ring and just going directly at your opponent and just really trying to break him down and get him out of there. Like the kid, I just think that the kid, it's a great time for the kid right now, because I feel in a way he can take advantage of this fight. And I just think that he has the hunger. He has his confidence is it's like really high. His confidence is really high. The determination is there. The confidence is there. Mentally, physically, always prepared. I think the hunger, the determination. I just think that this kid have the will to win, and this kid have that the willpower to dig down deep. So do Adrian Broner, because he showed us in quite a few fights that he has that animal, that dog in him too. He has the will to keep going, keep fighting. That he's just not gonna let you run over him. He's gonna fight. You're gonna have to knock him out to get him out of there. So the thing is,
can I just say this though, Andrew? I remember this though. You know, you made a good point. He might be losing some of those fights, but he has the skills to survive in those fights without looking that bad. You know, one thing I've seen with him, Sean Porter threw everything and the gas sink and the everything at this man, bro. Sean Porter tried everything, but Sean Porter he could hurt him. He was able to outbox him because of Adrian Broner's work rate, but he wasn't really able to hurt him, right? So even Manny Pacquiao, you know, it's a way that Adrian Broner finds a way to survive in that fight, that he's got the skills to survive with anybody, bro. He's shown us that. Even when he knocked, did he knock Sean Porter down in the 12th round?
Yeah, he knocked him down.
Yes, he did. Caught him with an uppercut. Yeah. Perfect. He put him on his pocket.
See, when people take Adrian Broner for a joke, they got surprised. When he knocked Sean Porter down, Mayweather got the fuck off his seat. And Mayweather said, get this motherfucker, right? But he couldn't do it. He couldn't capitalize on that either. See, Adrian Broner, the problem is, you can't also just go steamroll him. You got to break him down, Andrew. He got skills. He's underrated, Andrew.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it. Like, I think they see a fighter that is just not the same fighter. You know what I mean? Mentally. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not 100% mentally, if you're like, you know, probably like 50 or 60% mentally, you know what I mean, and you're not 100% mentally, it's going to affect your performance physically. So they feel like this is a fighter that's washed up. He's not the same fighter. He no longer have the same hunger. He's no longer 100% dedicated to the sport, or dedicated to his craft. So they can be looking at it like this. We have to respect him because he is a skilled fighter. He is fundamentally sound. So we know that it's not going to be an easy opponent. But at the end of the day, let's work on a game plan to break him down, because we know that we can, right now where he's at right now in his career, we can break him down and eventually probably end up stopping him late. You know what I mean?
Now, here's the thing. Listen to what you said.
But check this out though. Yeah. But us knowing that Conor Benn is a very dangerous boxer puncher. So people got to understand that. I don't think this kid showed us everything. This kid haven't showed us everything. You know what I'm saying? He's even gotten from based off his past performance, which was a spectacular performance. I'm talking about the combinations, the ferociousness, the hand speed, and the power. It was real. You gotta respect it. You gotta love it. But at the end of the day, when you go up against a multi-time champion like Adrian Broner, it's some things that Adrian Broner has to experience and some things he's going to do up against that type of style. That's not going to make it easy for Conor Benn. That's one thing I already know. That's one thing we all know. We know that Adrian Broner, you know what I mean, might not be busy enough in certain fights because of the opponent and because of what the opponent is doing. It's because of the certain style. But at the end of the day, Adrian Broner, yes, has the experience, and yes, he's skilled enough to make it a very tough challenge and make it a very competitive fight with Conor Benn. You get what I mean?
Right. Now, my next question is...
Hold on, Rap, 1 second. Think about what you said. Think about what you said, though. Think about what you said, Andrew. See, Conor Benn, the thing with Conor Benn is the one on the come up here, right? So Conor Benn has everything to lose. Adrian Broner ain't got nothing to lose because nobody thinks he got nothing left anyway. That makes it dangerous. That's what makes it dangerous. Because Conor Benn can go in here and underestimate this dude.
Now, my next question is to Shelton Moore. Because a lot of the old school people I speak to, you know, I respect Shelton Moore. I've been brought up to respect my elders, and I've learned a lot from people like Shelton Moore because these guys know more about the old school boxing. Now, the problem in England with Conor Benn is, right, a lot of the older guys, they don't give Conor Benn the they're not giving him the status at the moment because they remember his father.
Right.
His father was one of the truest legends that
The Dark Destroyer, of course.
Yeah. And the
Yes.
problem is with Nigel Benn, right? He's got such a legacy. It's so unfortunate for him to be his son. Because in England, Nigel Benn is one of these fighters who gave everything to the sport of boxing.
Yes. Yes.
And you know, they're saying right now he's still under his father's shadow. Now, the talk with the older people, when I speak to people at Shelton's age, Andrew, they tell me, look, Rapstar, Conor Benn is lucky to have his father, Nigel, because it got him into a better position. But now he's trying to prove himself, but we still don't give him the Benn name until he beats the right opponent.
Right.
So this is where Conor Benn is kind of like stuck. He's under the most legend is his dad, and right now they're not giving him the status. Would Adrian Broner take him out of his father's footsteps? That's my question to Shelton Moore.
Yes. And the reason why is because, in my opinion, Conor Benn has not faced any adversity yet. Just think about it, Rap. You've been watching him since he's on the come up, since he was an amateur. You've been watching him because he's a UK fighter. Conor Benn been steamrolling people. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, he only had one controversial fight with a guy called Paynard. And he got knocked down in that fight, and then he knocked the guy down afterwards, and then he won that fight.
He's been steamrolling people.
Yeah.
Just like Andrew was saying, which is the truth. He's not going to steamroll AB. He's going to get into a little bit of adversity with AB. Because remember what I was saying to Andrew. Nobody's giving AB a chance to win this fight. Everybody thinks AB is washed. AB is done. AB ain't got nothing left in the tank. AB is only 32 years old, y'all. 32 years old. And this is the perfect fight for AB to show everybody, you can't send these young dudes up here to fight me and think it's gonna be no cakewalk. I'm gonna show this youngster what time it is. Now, if Conor Benn
do you believe that?
Can go through that adversity
that as well,
and beat Adrian Broner.
If he fights AB,
yes,
that takes him out of his dad's footsteps. Because right now, a lot of people, when you speak to the boxing historians, they got him under Nigel Benn's footsteps at the moment. They haven't took him out of his dad's shoes yet.
I feel that the kid. I think the kid is probably always he has room to grow, a lot more room to grow, a lot more room to evolve, a lot more room to work on some things. But I don't think people have seen everything from this kid. I think they just only saw a little. I don't think they saw enough. And I think it's gonna come a time where we see that this kid can actually, he's just not this front foot dominant fighter, walk you down, beat you up, not just this technical brawler. He's a boxer puncher. So when I say boxer puncher, the kid hits hard, he punches hard, he has power, and he can box. When he wants to box, he can actually box. You know what I mean? And so the thing is, yes, he would need a caliber opponent like a Adrian Broner to really see what he's really made of. That'll be his first true challenge, first true step up fight, first true test. And if he gets past an Adrian Broner, like I believe he can by being a busier fighter and overwhelming Adrian Broner, but it's not going to be easy because Broner is going to have his moments where he's going to make the kid think. He's going to make him think. He's going to test him. He's going to challenge him. It's going to be a competitive fight. But I just think that Conor Benn is going to be the busier fighter. He's going to let his hands go. Maybe similar, not saying that he's on the level of a Sean Porter, and not saying that he has the same style of a Sean Porter. It's some similarities though. I think that he's going to be like busy. He's going to be the busier fighter between the two. So meaning that he can win maybe like a unanimous decision, over Adrian Broner by just being busier. You know what I'm saying? I don't see him necessarily stopping Adrian Broner or nothing like that.
Nobody has.
But I just see AB. Yeah, exactly. So I just see him being a busier fighter. I think that they prepare for a style like Adrian Broner, the right sparring, the preparation, preparing the right way, film study and things of that nature. And I think that they'll have a game plan to really go in there, make it a very good fight with Adrian Broner. But I feel that he can pretty much overwhelm Adrian Broner, just basically similar to like how Sean Porter was able to overwhelm Adrian Broner and throw him off, was just kind of like slightly frustrate him a little bit. And I just think that, just outwork him. I think the work rate of Conor Benn is slightly, I think it's a little more than Adrian Broner's. Just his punch, like the punch output, I just think that he's going to be busier. But at the end of the day, he's going to have to, in a way, respect Adrian Broner's power, because also AB has the power to hurt Conor Benn. And maybe stop.
Now, Rap, is that fight in negotiations, or is that fight being talked about seriously?
No, Eddie Hearn has reached out to Adrian Broner's people to make this fight. If Conor Benn beats Adrian Granados, because Eddie Hearn's pretty confident that Conor Benn will. And if he beats Adrian Granados, they will fight. They want to make, see what it is. They want to make, see, Nigel Benn, right? His dad made his name when he came to America and he beat Aaron Barkley.
Facts.
And he knocked out Aaron Barkley, Andrew, under Thomas Hitman Hearns.
Yeah.
Thomas Hitman Hearns lost to Barkley. And Barkley was the favorite, Shelton will tell you.
Yeah.
And listen, this was a big thing. So
he beat Tommy twice.
For him to follow those footsteps, this is now Conor Benn's opportunity to come to America and fight Adrian Broner. So this is history repeating in itself. Of course, there's never going to be another Nigel Benn, so we shouldn't compare the two, even though that's blood.
You're right. You're absolutely right, Rap. You're absolutely right. Ain't gonna be another Nigel Benn. That's what ain't gonna be.
Speaking yesterday. We were speaking about this yesterday, and somebody said, "Hey, Nigel Benn versus Canelo Alvarez," and this is what people said. They said, "Listen, if Nigel Benn, he was not a great boxer than Canelo, but if he touched Canelo, it would be over for Canelo."
Yeah. Nigel Benn
would not
stops
be able to
Canelo.
get up from those kind of vicious punches that Nigel Benn had, Andrew Tucker.
No, Canelo ain't got that kind of dog in it. No, that's a different kind of dog, Andrew.
Yeah.
That's a different era. And let me tell you the era that this man lived in. Chris Eubank Sr., Michael Watson, Gerald McKellen, Roy Jones Jr., Michael Nunn. Michael Nunn. Let's talk about names that are on another fucking level, bro.
Yes, sir.
And listen, people never gave this man a chance. They tried to use him. Don King tried to put money. Millions were on Gerald McKellen to beat Nigel Benn. They had all this money because Nigel Benn was suffering from depression. He came out of the ring. He wasn't himself. And they all set him up in that fight. They never thought Nigel Benn was going to win that fight, bro. Let me tell you, he changed the script of boxing.
Let me tell you something, Rap. Canelo Alvarez don't beat Aaron Barkley, let alone Nigel Benn.
Yeah, man, them guys was a different breed, man. Them guys was just, them guys was just glad, man. Them guys was just built differently, man. They was built differently. You talking about true gladiators, true warriors, man. I mean, the guys.
And they wasn't getting no $65 million for a fight. They wasn't getting $40 million for a fight.
They were getting about $500,000, $1 million.
Exactly.
Right.
They had to fight, Andrew. He had to fight because
at
the end of the day, they had no choice. They had to fight the number 1, number 2, number 3 always. And, sometimes people, they got away with certain fights because of sanctioning bodies, but there was only 2 belts. There were 3 belts, sorry. Right?
There was only 3 belts. It was 2 guys.
They weren't like all these 10 belts and this belt and that belt. Champion had to fight a champion, bro. You know what I'm saying? A champion.
And really, if you look at it, Mike McCallum was at the end of the 2-belt era. He was fighting in the 3-belt era, but he was at the end of the 2-belt. So, the 2-belt era, you didn't have no choice. You gonna fight this guy, or this guy if you want to make some money. Everybody else is fighting to get to the money. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and we had James Toney, Bernard Hopkins, Mike McCallum. What? Julius Francis? Was that his name? Julian Jackson, right? We had some killers. Now look at this, Andrew. Julian Jackson alone, he cleans up the division today, right? This
Yeah,
is the way
Julian
the
Jackson.
this
Oh
look
my
at the
God.
fighters. Yeah, Michael Nunn. Michael Nunn. Michael
Whoa,
Nunn was so skilled. Michael Nunn also
man.
cleaned up some of that division. James
Yeah.
Toney. When James Toney was at super middleweight, don't fuck with James Toney, bro. The only man who could
But James
outskill him,
Toney was a monster, bro. You hit me?
bro,
James
every
Toney
single name, though,
was
Shelton.
a
Every
monster.
single name cleans up the division.
Yo, all those guys, man. Those, like, man, that was a different breed of animals, different breed of killers, different breed of destroyers. You understand me? You know what I mean? Yes, this guys was cut from a different cloth, man. Trust me. Hey, little bullet say that's my era. Little bullet say
Yeah, I
that's my
mean, you can name those guys that Rap was just naming. Julian Jackson at 54 beats Canelo. Uh, John Mugabe definitely beats Canelo. Uh, I even say Frank the Animal Fletcher at 60 beats Canelo. It's a lot of guys that would beat Canelo.
No, I'm just saying the era that we had in the 90s, maybe, I mean, I don't want to go to the 80s, right, Andrew, because I didn't come from that Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray Leonard, Thomas Hitman Hearns, Iran Barkley, Roberto Duran.
yeah.
I'll leave
Yeah,
that to
yeah.
Shelton.
Yeah, I saw like my granddad and my dad had like old videotape, old film of those fighters. You know, I was watching those fighters. I was watching tapes of those fighters like in the early '90s and the like in the mid '90s. I was watching tapes as a young guy, as a kid. I'm sorry, as a kid, I was watching tapes on those fighters. But I was watching uh I was pretty much paying attention to fighters because I was watching boxing as a kid, man, in the '90s, all the way up to the 2000s and stuff like that. You know, so I was able to watch all those fights and stuff like that. But as far as like fights that took place and like the fights that took place like in the 30s and the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and the 80s and stuff like that, there, like my granddad had like tape, like old footage of those fighters, you know, in those generations and things of that nature. And we used to watch my dad had old fights of fighters that was in basically in the 80s, the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s, you know, fighters in that generation as well. You know what I'm saying? And all I gotta say, man, is, bro, you know, the fighters, you know, in a lot of those generations, but especially the 80s, the fighters in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and like the 2000s, man, all those guys were killers, man. Those guys came to fight, man. Them guys, it was a lot. Them guys had to really prove a point, they had to make a statement. Man, them guys really came to fight. Them guys really wanted to be great, and them guys had to fight. It's like they had to around those times. They had to fight, especially like in the the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s. You know, in the 90s, those guys, you know, those guys came to fight. Those guys came to be great. And then going a little further back, I say like the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, 60s, 70s, and the 80s. Like those guys, like, trust me, bro. It was just them guys. They sleep boxing. Boxing was their life. Boxing was their everything. They their life was on the line, bro. Like everything, like boxing in a way, when some of those generations, boxing came first. I'm not gonna lie. That's just how serious it was at one point. You know what I'm saying? Especially, you know, especially in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and the 70s. You know what I'm saying? And also the 80s. You know what I mean? So, you know, but yeah, you guys you guys named, man. Those fighters was cut from a different cloth, man. Those guys were monsters. Was monsters. Shout out to
Yeah.
DT, man. One of the generals in the building. Much love and respect, brother. Appreciate you coming through, man.
No, for
DT3, my
sure.
guy.
It was all because of those guys, right, Shelton?
Yeah.
Those guys
Oh,
put
yeah.
me into the middleweight division.
Right.
It was those guys. Because I wasn't, look, see, when it comes to Sugar Ray and all that, that was your time, Shelton. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
The guys that we're mentioning, I think they're mine and Andrew time kind of people, right? That we grew up to. And
Right.
we got to remember that. The Bernard Hopkins, the Roy Jones Jr., the James Tonys, the
Right.
Michael Nunns, you know,
Right.
like you said, the Nigel Benns, the Chris Eubank seniors, you
Right.
know, Michael Watson, these were Gerald McKennan, the G-Man. You know what I'm saying? These were different kind of breed of fighters, bro. I've never seen these kind of fighters. And I think after that, we got a little bit of a different era, didn't we? We you know, as we went into the 2000s, we
It got
start
a little
seeing this
softer.
guy.
Yeah, you see
We
it. It
start
got a little
seeing we
softer.
start seeing the Joe Calzakis.
Right.
You know, Joe Calzaki, you can't forget his name. Because
He
when
was a
Joe
monster. Joe was
Calzaki
a
came
beast.
after the era of this era, he started
Right.
cleaning up. I mean, he was a very different kind of a fighter, had a very good skill work rate, a very, you know, Joe Calzaki
You know who
was
reminds me
one
of
of the
him?
most
You know who reminds
underrated
me of him,
fighters.
Rap? You know who reminds me of Joe Calzaghe right now in this era? Josh Taylor.
Right, that's a good one.
He reminds me of Joe Calzaghe. Just
Joe
keep
Calzaghe
fighting.
had a good run.
Just keep fighting. Just keep fighting. Don't stop. Just keep fighting. You know what I'm saying?
His style was different, wasn't it? His style
Yeah, it was. He was just overwhelm you. Like you said, he would just overwhelm you with work rate and punches. But if you want to see true killer middleweight boxing, go on YouTube and look up Michael Watson versus Mike McCallum for the WBC middleweight championship of the world. Look that fight up.
Fight, bro.
Oh my God. Oh my God. And then you look at what we got today and put Canelo Alvarez in that fight against either one of them guys. And then you tell me what happens. You tell me what happens.
Man, listen, bro. Bro, I'm gonna tell you like this here, man. And the thing is, like, let me see, I'm 30, I'll be 36 December. So I'll be 36 December. So I want to say probably like 89. You know, I started watching old tapes. And then 95 from 89 to like 96, I used to watch old tapes. And then I after that point I started actually watching live fights. But all I'm saying is, like, bro, I'm talking about watching fighters that I have grown to love, like Marvelous Marvin Hagler. I'm talking about Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, Aaron Pryor. Aaron Pryor, bro, was one of my favorite around that time. Aaron Pryor was a killer. You know what I'm saying? I was liking guys like Mike Tyson. I even liked the Michael Spinks, Roberto Duran, Larry Holmes. Bro, it was just so many styles and so many fighters that I appreciated in so many different generations, bro. And certain generations.
What about Alexis Arguello?
Alexis Arguello was a monster, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, I like Evander Holyfield. You know, was one of my favorite fighters. Julio Cesar Chavez. I appreciate his style, what he did for boxing. Larry Hearns, Roberto Duran, Mike Tyson, bro. Aaron Pryor. Them guys I used to watch so much footage on those guys. Tommy Hearns, bro. You Sugar Ray Leonard. You know, Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Those guys, bro. And one of my guys, Ricardo Lopez. I know you guys remember him.
Hey, let me just say this, yeah, Andrew. I gotta go in a minute, but I want to say this.
Brother.
I want to say this though before I go, Andrew.
Yes,
One
sir.
of the most vicious knockouts I want to talk about. You know, before I leave, I want you to just remember the one vicious knockout that you remember. Yeah, and let me tell you and Shelton Moore. Who remembers a fighter coming out of England? He was beating everybody. His name was Harold the Bomb Graham.
Yes.
All right, let me tell you, he was a very skillful fighter. But when he came against Julian Jackson, right, listen to this, Andrew. Go watch this fight. Harold the Bomb Graham versus Julian Jackson. He was winning the fight. But let me tell you, this one punch, it put the man to sleep. And the way that he went to sleep with his head falling first, Shelton Moore, after that punch, he never was the same. The one punch destroyed his whole career. And Julian Jackson destroyed this. And he was a very top athlete, one of the best coming out of Sheffield.
I remember. Hey, fellas, I got to step out for a minute. But great talking to y'all. Yeah. Andrew, don't let this be the last one, man. And I'm going to see y'all soon.
Hey, listen.
Hey, much love and respect, Shelton.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
you
brother.
coming through, man. Much love and respect, man. Appreciate you. Rap star, before you go, man. Hold on, let me get to the super chat real quick. Lil Bullet, my brother, Lil Bullet. Much love and respect, man. Appreciate the super chat, man. Much love and respect. He says the first fight I remember watching as a little boy was Muhammad Ali versus Henry Cooper on a grainy BW TV. So I traveled through a lot of eras. Man, much love and respect to one of the generals. My brother, Lil Bullet, man. Bro, you see, Muhammad Ali, Henry Cooper. My granddad had old footage of that fight too, man. Man, that fight, bro, that fight was something else, man. That fight, and I
Hey,
remember Ali
Andrew.
versus Sonny Liston as well.
Yeah, man. Respect to that guy, man, because that was before my time. You know what I'm saying? I had to
Yeah,
watch those fights just like you did, bro. So respect to these hardcore boxing people coming through the chat, man. All the way from London, England, man. I respect all these people because this is what I love boxing because you meet all kinds of fans who remember different memories of the sport and what they actually went through. You know what I mean?
yeah, exactly,
Hey,
exactly,
listen to the
brother.
guy. Look at this guy in the chat. The J. Ross Theory. He said Ray Mercer versus Tommy Morrison. That knockout. I remember that knockout. What he's talking about when Ray Mercer
Oh
knocked out
wow,
Tommy Morrison. That was
yeah,
one of the most vicious knockouts in the history of the sport, Andrew.
yeah, it was. Yeah, I remember that Ray Mercer versus Tommy Morrison. You know what I'm saying? I remember that, man. That it was the most vicious knockout I ever saw as well, brother. That was man, that was really man, that was a whew, man, that was a very, very devastating knockout, man. Devastating. Very devastating, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Little Bullet, appreciate that $5 super chat, man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man. It's
Appreciate
crazy
that.
though, isn't it, Andrew? That sometimes that one serious punch, one of the even if you're a really good fighter, if you take too much on that one fight and it's over. You can't come back from it sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. You can't come back. You can't get. You can get hit with a shot, man. That can pretty much end your career, whether it's on the chin, temple, or whether it's pretty much on the you just get hit with a certain shot, man. It just can get you out of there, and you're not going to be able to perform. I mean, it can really do damage. You get hit with a shot to put you out. It can do damage to you, man. It can really affect you mentally. Mentally, you're not gonna be. It can really, in a way. Have you ever known? And I'm gonna say this, rap star. Have you what? How many fighters you can say in the history of boxing that have died from brain damage or have died from being knocked out?
I mean, I've only heard of fighters who have bleeded in the brain and ended
Bleeding.
up dying in the hospital. I've only heard of fighters which have ended up having lack of oxygen, right? Whether it's lack of oxygen, of being exhaustion, you know, just those are the fighters which have ended up suffering different kinds of problems. Like when I remember with Gerald McKellen, Michael Watson, Paul Ingle, a lot of it's to do with bleeding in the brain too, though, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Bleeding in the brain. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah. A
yeah,
lot of those guys ended up. Some guys ended up, mentally paralyzed. You know what I mean? Like some guys just ended up just basically physically damaged. You know what I'm saying? So
mm. Like
it's a
Medrick Taylor. Medrick Taylor was never ever the same. Medrick Taylor, the guy who came out of the Olympics in America, one of the most great amateur fighters coming out of United States.
the
But
best
after that
fight,
fight with
the classic
Sharkadilla,
fight. Yeah, with Chavez, that was a
yeah,
classic fight, man.
that
Classic.
knockout that he took, Medrick Taylor never came back the same ever after that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the J. Ruse theory say Ray Mercer. My brother Little Bullet says Harold Brown was a pro boxer. Yeah, I've heard of him.
Yeah, he was a pure boxer. But listen, Andrew Tucker, the one and only. Always a pleasure to be cooking out with you, my brother. So listen, Andrew, man, it's nice to catch you while you were live today, bro. But I gotta get over and out. and I'm gonna catch you on the next one. If not, you come and catch me at Rapstar Boxing Knowledge. Always bringing the passion. We love the sport of boxing. Hey, this is what we do, bro.
Much love
You
and
know,
respect,
Andrew.
Rapstar.
You know, Andrew, I got your back, man, every time. So listen, we reach out. I'll reach out to you soon, boy, behind the scenes. You know what I mean?
Okay, my brother, man, it was an honor having you on, man. I love you, my brother, and this ain't, I'll go ahead and make this promise. It's not gonna be my last live stream, so I'm sorry I put that title up that I'm done. This is my last live stream. I can't do it, man. You know, I
Nah,
got
man, I
great.
never even looked at your title. I
Yeah,
don't want to hear about those conversations. There ain't no
yes, sir.
boxing without Andrew Tucker. Tucker needs boxing, boxing needs Tucker. We got to keep you on this. I don't want to hear about that bullshit. We're
Yes, sir.
staying on this. I know you do your gaming. I know you love your gaming, but you better stay with us because boxing's going to, every time we elevate. Everything in the world elevates. So once there's a new time, you're part of it, bro. So you can't
Yeah.
go anywhere,
We,
Andrew.
Yeah, I'm still around. I'm gonna still be here, man. I want to talk to you what personally my personal issues and my personal battles dealing with family and things that I was dealing with personally, dealing with mental illness. All it
Well,
was a lot. And
send me your
yeah,
number on my email, bro, and I'll catch you up soon.
yo, we gonna talk about it, man. It was just a lot. It was just a lot. We gonna talk though. We gonna catch up, man. Rap star, man. Much love and respect. Appreciate you coming on, man. It's always an honor to be
Always,
in your.
bro.
Always an honor, man.
Hey, we love it, man. Hey, look, I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Guess what? I got a big live coming up. I want to share some of the England audience with you, so I'll send you the link during next week, bro. I'm out.
All right, my brother. Much love and respect. Hey, I appreciate everybody that came through. You know, everybody in the chat that came through. I'm finna go ahead and end this live. You know, I went a little past. I went a little past my time. You know, Little Bullet. I appreciate that super chat, my brother. Appreciate it. Appreciate the super chat, man. Much love and respect to everybody in the chat. You know, this was gonna be my last live stream, man. But I guess it's not gonna be my last live stream. I appreciate everybody that support the channel, man. I appreciate every single one of y'all. You know, I love you guys. You know, UK Army, Tucker Army, uh, all of my fans and subscribers, all of my family from all around the world. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you guys, man. Much love and respect. You know, you guys been showing love for a long time. You know, and I appreciate it, man. But this not gonna be my last live stream. You know, I'm gonna keep going. You know, I had personal reasons why I said this was my last live stream, but I'm gonna keep going. And I love every single one of you guys. Uh, you know, we are family, but to be honest with you, we're a team, and we're gonna continue to keep pushing. We're gonna continue to keep going, and YouTube can't stop me. And anybody that may feel, anybody that might have something against me or don't like me for no reason at all, or just, you know, whatever. You know, haters, no hater, no nothing can stop me from. I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna keep going forward. You know what I mean? And we're gonna continue to keep pushing and putting out content, doing these live streams, talking boxing because we love the sport, and I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys, and I love the boxing fans. So for the sport of boxing and for the love of my supporters and for the fans and for the fans of boxing, I love you guys. UK Army, Tucker Army, we're gonna keep growing, man. You know, we're gonna keep growing, we're gonna keep going. You know what I'm saying? I love you guys, man. My brother Eric Davis said, glad to hear you sticking around, brother. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going, brother, and I'm doing it for you guys, for the love of the sport, but for my brothers and my sisters from all around the world, and the generals and the kings that stick by me and that support me and that show me love. You know what I mean? No, I'm gonna keep pushing, man. I'm gonna do it for you guys. You know what I'm saying? Much love and respect to my brother Luke. No, much love and respect, my brother. JJ Rooster say keep mashing, Andrew. Stay strong. Much love and respect, my brother. I'm gonna stay strong, stay focused, continue to have that determination, continue to have that hunger, and trust me, man. Trust me. You know, I'm gonna come back with that passion. I'm gonna come back with that fire. Trust me, it ain't over. You know what I'm saying? My brother, much love. He says, my brother, Kaluk, no. My brother Kaluk, no. My brother Kalupno says from UK Power Up. Much love and respect. Shout out to the entire United Kingdom. My brother Cal. Forgive me if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, bro. I'm gonna get it right. You know, right now I'm just like I ain't 100% focused right now. But my brother Cal, I'm gonna say my brother Cal. You know what I'm saying? My brother Cal. You know what I'm saying? From the UK. My brother say from the UK Power Up. Much love and respect to you, my brother. My brother Little Bullet said, keep going, Mr. Tucker. You're the real deal. Much love and respect, my brother. My brother Kalupno says, long time fan. And I appreciate you, man. Keep supporting the channel, man. I love you guys, man. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the love. And I appreciate you guys. And that's the reason why I'm gonna stick around, man, because I have great guys like you, man. You know what I mean? My brothers, you know what I'm saying? My family, you know, the UK Army, Tucker Army. You guys are the reason why I'm gonna stick around and I'm gonna keep going. And I'm not gonna stop. You know what I mean? My brother Little Bullet says, me too. Much love and respect to all of you brothers, man. He says, you got the name right, bro. I appreciate that, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that for letting me know, man. But I love you guys, man. I'm finna get ready to get up out of here. My brother Little Bullet, I missed the super chat. You know what I'm saying? My brother Little Bullet says, back in the day, pubs and clubs were all about boxing. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I have the generals, the OGs and generals like Eric Davies and a lot of you guys, you know what I'm saying? Like guys, man, that's historians that have been around for a minute, you know what I'm saying? The OGs that my elderly brothers, man, that just got so much history, have been through so many generations, you know what I'm saying? Like my brother Little Bullet. Appreciate that $2 super chat, man. Much love and respect. Appreciate you, man. I love you, my brother. I love you, man. I really love you. I appreciate you, man. My brother Kalupno with the $5 super chat, man. I appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you, man, with the $5 super chat, man. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? It said, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you showing love to the channel, man. Appreciate you, man. I much love and respect to you guys, man. I appreciate you, man. I really appreciate that, my brother. And yes, this is a great channel surrounded by a lot of great people. And we show a lot of love to each other on this channel, man. And I'm surrounded by a lot of great boxing channels that are brothers, like brothers to me, and other channels, some channels, you know, that are like sisters to me, like some of the female boxing channels and male boxing channels that are like brothers to me. You know what I mean? And I'm surrounded by a lot of great people, even subscribers, great women, great men, kings and queens that I'm surrounded by. Y'all are great people, man. Y'all are great people. You know, I know y'all are good-hearted people, and that show a lot of love, man. And I appreciate you guys, man. Much love and respect. You know, I appreciate the $5 super chat, Kalupno. Appreciate that, my brother. He says good vibes. Yeah, good vibes, man. It's nothing but good energy over here. No negative energy. Nothing but good energy, and it's going to continue to be that way. It's going to continue to be that way, man. It's great people. I'm surrounded by a lot of great people, man. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys, man. I thank you guys for showing the love and the support. And I'm not quitting YouTube. I'm gonna stick around. You understand? I'm gonna stick around. I ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? My brother Victor Bada. That's my brother right there. Another one of the generals. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, man. Much love and respect. My brother Victor Bada came through. A long time no see, my brother. I'm glad you came through, man. I'm finna get ready to end the live stream, but I'm glad that my brothers are coming through, showing me love, man. I appreciate you guys, man. It makes me feel good on the inside that my brothers are coming through to show me love, man. And Victor Bada has been around for a couple of years. He's from the beginning. And that's, you know, a lot of you guys, man. Eric Davies, the J. Roos Theories, Little Bullet, you know, Kalupno, all you guys, man, is showing me all the love you guys have shown, the support. I appreciate it, man. You guys are awesome. You guys are great men, and I'm also surrounded by great women and men, kings and queens. And it's a lot of love, and I really appreciate it. And I you know, we all love the sport of boxing. But I really do for you guys, man, for my people I see like family, my great friends, you know, great men and women, you know, the kings and queens, the generals. I do it for you guys. I continue to put out content, talk about boxing. We talk about boxing, interact with you guys. I got to go live more so I can interact with my brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? With my family. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you guys that have been supporting the channel. All of you guys in the chat. I love you guys, man. And I appreciate you guys. I'm finna get ready to end this live stream. More live streams coming, so don't you guys worry. This is not going to be the last live stream. More live streams coming. I really appreciate you guys. I love you guys, man. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. And I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to stay strong. I'm going to stay focused. I'm going to continue to have that determination, to continue to have that hunger. And we're going to keep pushing forward. You know what I'm saying? And I really love you guys, man. He said we need to get the channel to grow. Once people appreciate you, sky's the limit, baby. Yeah, exactly, brother. You know, YouTube has put a hit out on my channel, but guess what? We're gonna fight through it. YouTube has really hindered my channel, and some people have even given up on me, but I'm still surrounded by a lot of you guys, man. A lot of you great, even all of you guys that's here right now. Thousands of you guys are my family, man. And I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And yeah, we're gonna continue to fight to grow the channel, and we're gonna continue to fight, man, to put out good content, and we're gonna continue to fight for the love that we have for the sport of boxing. And I'm gonna keep doing this for the love that I have for you guys, the fans, the boxing fans, and my brothers and sisters. So I love you guys. You know what I'm saying? Cal Luke knows you could do live phone in soon. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing call-ins and stuff like that. Like people can call in, you know, and people can call in and, you know, talk, you know, and I might do call in and stuff like that, man. I'm gonna do that. My brother DT3 the Boom Man, you know what I'm saying, one of the generals of the boxing community, YouTube boxing community. Much love and respect, man. Still with you, bro. Yeah, I appreciate that, DT3. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you showing me love, man. Shout out to the NBBC, my brothers right there. Much love and respect to my brothers. And DT3 the Boom Man is a great guy, man. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother from another mother right there. You know what I mean? And if anything's going on or if something personal, we talk. Me and DT3, we have conversations. We talk off of YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So we have a personal relationship off of YouTube. That's my brother right there, man. And much love and respect. If y'all not subscribed to DT3, please go subscribe to my brother, man. You know, that's a great guy right there. You know what I mean? Little Bullet say, hey, but I love you guys, man. I'm finna get ready to end this live stream. I appreciate you guys, man. You know, I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna keep going. It's not gonna be my last live stream, and we gonna continue to go strong. We gonna continue to go strong. I'm gonna bring that fire. You know, I'm gonna continue to have that passion, the love that I have for the sport. I'm gonna continue to put out good content, and I'm gonna do better. You know, I'm gonna take things to a whole nother level. And I need you guys to be with me, man, because I love you. You guys are my family. You guys are my brothers. And I'm going to need you guys to be with me. You know what I'm saying? So, and, you know, God come first. And I just pray that God allow me to be successful on this long journey, because it's a long journey. But I believe we're going to make it to the top. But I love you guys. Hello, my brother Victor Bada. It says, you started on the side of truth, pure boxing. You're glittering cuz you're constant. Keep doing your thing, bro. Kudos. Appreciate you, Victor Bada, man. That means a lot coming from you, General. That means a whole lot coming from you, bro. I really appreciate that, man. But I love you guys, and trust me, man. I'm gonna keep going. It's not my last live stream. I love you guys, and much love and respect. Andrew Tucker World, and I'm out. Of course, I gotta leave y'all with my intro. So let me hit y'all with this, and then I'm out.